and everybody's gonna be like, "What the hell?" Yeah, it's 9:10:40. It's a hairbrush. 31 person here. Okay. Hi to whoever's already watching. Okay, here we go. Get me here. I lost him. All right. Well, I actually have a surprise for everybody. Because not only is this weekend Mother's Day, which I am a huge fan of Mother's Day because first off, I love my mom. I really do. I love my mom a lot, but I really do love Mother's Day. So for this entire stream, it's gonna be kind of creepy, but also kind of cool. But for this entire stream, I am. Yeah. So I'm actually wearing my I'm actually wearing my pregnancy belly for the stream tonight because this weekend's Mother's Day and I want to show my support for all the moms out there, for all of the sleepless nights that we've given you, all the worry, all the dread. So you will have to put up with Prego Jessica tonight. So, yep. Big old belly. Ugh. But, yep. So I'm basically giving an honor homage to just yet. So I'm giving like an honorable homage to all the moms out there for Mother's Day. I mean, I give you all money, but I'm broke, so that's not happening. I would, but I'm broke. Okay. And I do have my big girls on, my semi-big girls on tonight, so how do I look? Okay. Presentable. I'm kind of sweating because it's really warm in here. And I don't have anything weird to drink anymore since I'm not doing that. Just don't want to be reminded of my friend too much, but yeah. But have it up on my Discord. By the way, you can follow my Discord if you want. It's actually Jessica Charms Playhouse. You can check out my Discord. It's really cool. There's a link to it on my there's actually a link to my Discord on my Twitter. You can find it. Thank you, Julie. I hope nobody minds that I'm actually wearing this tonight because I don't want to like offend anybody, but I figured with it being Mother's Day this weekend, I really wanted to like give like all the moms out there a huge look. I support you. I appreciate everything that you have done. So it's like I have my Faco belly on, which is definitely something. Because this thing is no joke. Like it is. It's actually hard to like. I can normally move around pretty easily. This is making it a little more difficult to move. I'm not gonna lie, but I am gonna wear this for the entire stream. I'm looking to do at least like a 2, maybe 2.5 hour stream tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna have this on for the whole stream. Like this is my belly. So yep. It does feel weird though, I'm not gonna lie, but good at the same time. But I'm just glad I put my regular boobs on today and I don't have my small forms because I really needed to be me today. After my week, I really needed to be me. Like more so than ever before. Because I've had a horrible week. We've had people calling off at work, left, right, and sideways. And this week also marked the 1 month since all the fun shit happened with my friend. And I have not talked to her. It has officially been a month. In fact, the 12th of last month, I was sitting in the corner of my room crying to I Can't Smile Without You and drinking Dr. Pepper. And I have not touched a Dr. Pepper after my 12-bottle binge. Like my 12-bottle bender, I have not touched a drop of Dr. Pepper since. Like, I have not touched a drop in almost 30 days. So, first off, if there's a Dr. Pepper Anonymous group, I am pretty much, I should get my 30-day chip, basically. That's what I'm saying. I should get my 30-day chip. But I do want to fix up a couple cards because, so that my stream isn't going to be completely and utterly boring, because I know it is. Hey, I'm not the world's greatest individual when it comes to entertaining content. I'm willing to admit that. I am going to play a game with everybody tonight. So I have some index cards, which I have to make sure I find a decent marker, something I can write on these. And we're going to play a game of true or false. It's a really cool thing to do, like a really cool way to get to know somebody and to get to know a lot of other people, but at the same time, have some fun and a good way to kill a night, because I don't know what else to do. Although I did get something really cool at Walmart today. So I have been looking around for like a new nightshirt that I can wear at night, because I mostly just like wear either this. I just go to sleep in like my t-shirt or my panties, or like I have a red one, but both of those are like silk, and it's getting close to summertime, and that stuff sticks to you when it's like really hot out. I didn't want that. So I was looking around Walmart today, and I found this beauty. It's one of their Joy Spring collections, and I love it. I got my mom a coffee one for Mother's Day. I gave my mom all of her Mother's Day crap today. She got all her Mother's Day presents today, because I don't want to forget, because I do a podcast on a Saturday night, and I'm probably going to be half asleep because I got to get up early and burn some trash tomorrow. I forgot about that. So I'm like, yeah, I have to get up super early. I don't want to forget. Hey, let me give you your Mother's Day gift now. I got her a really cute blouse from Woman Within, one that she was looking at, and she really liked it. I got her 2 noodle bowls from the Dollar Tree, which were really cool. I got her a 5-pack of white chocolate Reese's peanut butter cups, and I got her this really cool, it's basically like this, but it's coffee, like coffee, cappuccino, tea, it's drinks like that all over it. I got this one for me. It's nighttime. It's moons and other stuff. It's really cute, and I do like it. I didn't even notice this, though. It has pockets. Like, it has pockets. I didn't know it had pockets. I was like, it's got pockets. So I love it. I have my laptop on a nice cooling pad tonight. I have my surge protector here. Let me grab my charger out of here, which I can do with my eyes closed, because I know exactly where it is. So then I can recharge my tablet, or my laptop if I have to, and we're ready to go then. But I figure we chat for a little bit, and then we'll play the game when some other people show up, because right now it's only like one person, and playing true or false with like one person does kind of suck, but hopefully some more people will come. I gotta figure out a marker or something to write on these so that the camera will see it, unless I go really, really close. Yeah, okay, I can just go really, really close. I'll just have to write it really, really big. But I'll write it on the back, like the solid white part, because if I write it on this, yeah. So it's just go boom or boom. That's what I'll do. So, but that's going to be tonight's game. It's going to be true or false. Basically, I'll ask like a dumb question and just have to give a true or false answer. Is it true or is it false? That's all it is. Hopefully it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm trying to figure out like different things to do, because I don't have games set up on this laptop. I don't want to set games up on this laptop. This is my like video editing laptop. I record videos like put up on my YouTube channel or to put up on ManyVids. This is the laptop I do that on. My other laptop that's over there, that's my gaming laptop. And that's the one that has my emulators. That's the one that has my games. I just recently put Twitch Studio Beta on that. I did download OBS, which I have to move over to there so I can actually like try to stream stuff on Twitch. Try, I mean, the opportune word there. But yes, it's my grandiose plan, which I haven't gotten to do yet, but it is my grandiose plan. Still have to look up a whole bunch of tutorials for OBS Studio so I get all the settings figured out, all the nooks and crannies figured out. But aside from that, I'm looking forward to doing OBS. because I want to try to stream on Twitch, which is going to be a lot of fun. At least I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I really do. I think it's going to be a blast. So, how's your day been going, Julie? You been doing good? Having fun? This earlier today. Wait, I think I have a marker in here tonight. Do I have a marker in here? Did I have that marker in here? Did I put that in my, or is that in my other one? I have a marker in here. My day's been okay. Aside from, I'm trying to answer a big question in my head in regards to what happened with me last month, with me and my friend. Because I don't know if you know, but I know it's not a really good thing to keep doing it, but my brain keeps replaying it anyway. I kind of told my friend how I felt about her right as she got a girlfriend. Like literally that weekend, it was like Easter weekend. I wrote her a letter on the 9th. I sent it to her on the 10th. And I was on her Discord server, which I actually let off her Discord server. I left it because I didn't want to say something stupid. And her one friend's keeping an eye on me so I don't say anything stupid. And she's being really nice about it. And I really do have to thank her tremendously for that, because I have been a massive wreck for the last month. But basically my day's been okay. But I felt, I basically told her how I felt right as she got a girlfriend. I mean, like that weekend. I sent her the message that Monday, and she didn't actually give a response. Like, she didn't say okay or no or anything like that. She literally said, and I quote, "I don't know how to respond or how to reply to all that." Like, she read my, no, honestly, I didn't even think she was going to read the damn letter. I thought she was just going to ignore it. She read the whole thing, and that was her response. I don't know. She goes, "I don't know how to reply to all that." So I'm like, okay. And my reply back was, honestly, I wasn't expecting you to answer. It was more of an FYI. I basically told her, hey, I have feelings for you. I don't want them to ruin our friendship. I don't want them to ruin our friendship. I still want to be your friend, like your honorary little sister, if you'll let me. But I just wanted you to know. And I've just been kind of having a fallout from that ever since, because I kind of feel like I screwed up royally. Like, I should have just kept my goddamn mouth shut. Like, I have been playing that back in my head. And today was just, because today it's been a month. Like, this happened on the 10th of April. The 11th of April was the last time I talked with her. Like, literally, I sent her a message that night saying, hey, I'm taking a break from our friendship for a little while so I can get myself in a better space mentally so I can be your friend. This isn't your fault in any way, shape, or form. It's really not her fault. It's my fault. I'm the one that had the feelings. I'm the one that felt the way I did. So it's not her fault. It's really mine. And I apologize if you hear any weird noises. I have to have my windows open. It is hot as balls in here, and wearing the silicone is not helping matters. So it's really, really hot in here. But yeah, that was the last time I've talked with her. And yesterday was 1 month. And I was thinking, like, the whole time yesterday, my brain's like, what would you have done if she had said yes? And that's just been what's been going on in my head the whole day. It's like, what would I have said if she had said yes, or if she had responded positively? And now that was basically my days. Like, my brain's trying to rack that. I'm trying to look for a better job because I am sick and tired of working in a goddamn deli tremendously, because we lost a whole bunch of college students because they graduated, and some of them are just leaving for the summer. I want a better job. I want my life to start getting better. I want to start my transitioning. It's just like a lot of things that just started building up all in the span of one day. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks yesterday. And today it's just been, I'm still trying to figure everything out. Like, I know what I want in life. I want to have a better job. I want to transition so I can finally start being the woman that I want to be. And it's just a lot of that stuff. It's just been bugging me all week. And yesterday and into today, it's just been the fallout. But other than that, it's been an all right day. Watched some Father Ted, watched a couple Austin Evans videos, ate dinner with my mom, gave her her Mother's Day presents so that she would have them. Because I got her the nice blouse. Like, this way you can wear it on Mother's Day. Because she really wanted the blouse. It's a keyhole blouse. Basically, it's got like the little piece of cloth that's here, and there's like a hole, and then it goes like the rest of it. It's really cute. I had gotten one, and she's like, "Does it come in blue?" And I got mine on eBay, so I really didn't know. And I'm looking on the Woman Within website, and they're like, they have one. I'm like, but it only comes in these 3 colors. She goes, "Oh, I like this one," and I'm just like, do I get it for or do I not get it for? And I looked at my bank account, and I'm like, you know what? I can swing it because I have enough to cover it. And I was like, oh, what the hell? I'll get it for her, and that way she has it for Mother's Day. And that'll be her Mother's Day present. Then I saw a couple noodle bowls that I'm like, hey, that works. My mom likes eating rice. My mom likes eating ramen. I'll get her that. I got her a 5-pack of white chocolate Reese's because I know she likes chocolate. I was going to get her snow caps, but they didn't have any at the Dollar Tree today. They were out. Which figures. But I'm like, I'll get her some Reese's. I'll get her that. But that's been my day. It's just been that, basically. That has been my day. / month / week, but mostly my day. I did go for a walk, which was weird. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. It snuck up on me, too. Because I was like, shit, it's Sunday. I ordered that quick for her Tuesday. Like, I got that for her quick Tuesday night. Or no, it was Monday night. It was Monday night. Tuesday night, I literally just went on and got a couple freebies quick on my tablet. I usually don't even like doing that because I have to work a closing shift on Tuesdays. And I was like, I'm just going to go and get this for her, and that way she has that. But yeah, Mother's Day is Sunday. It is the 14th. That is Mother's Day. Which is weird for once, but yeah. Okay, now let me get a better. Not to get another note card then to do that, but yeah, it's me. I had thought about getting her like some flowers. I was gonna like make her another, because like years ago I made her this really nice bouquet of fake flowers, and it's like, look, it's not real flowers. You don't have to worry about watering them, and the best part is they'll never wilt. They'll never die. They'll always exist. And she still has them. They literally are sitting at our computer desk. So she still has them. I was like, hey, I could remake another one of those for her and get like a whole another set, like, remake for the flowers again. And I was looking at the Dollar Tree, and I was like, oh, I could come back in this weekend. I was thinking I could do that like this weekend. I was going to get my one, I was trying to get my one friend to hang out with me for a little bit, but she's busy. They have her working this weekend. I'm like, oh, damn it. It's like, this is basically what happened like a month ago when I really needed my friends and just somebody to talk to. Everybody was busy. Like, everyone was busy. And the one person that I would usually talk to was the one that I had to take a break from, the reason why I needed my other friends. And my one friend, her name's Jill, she actually felt bad. She's like, she was willing to call off of work that Saturday just to take me to a bar or something. But I'm like, no, because I was coming off my Dr. Pepper bender. So that was not a good idea, by the way. Don't ever drink 12 bottles of 12 bottles of Dr. Pepper in the span of 3 days. Don't do it. Because you will regret it. You will regret it come day 4. My body still hates me for it. Okay. So hopefully I have these fixed up so everybody can read them then. I have one card that I messed up on, but I had to do that to make sure the pen still worked, which I like this pen. I got it for free. I can't complain about it, but still. So what are you doing for Mother's Day? Anything fun? Or nothing since you realized, oh crap, you forgot? because I kind of figured that my friends' kids were gonna take her. My Discord link expired. Might want to repost it. Okay, I can do that. Well, it's Jessica Charms Playhouse. I'll have to send it. Yeah, give me 1 sec. Okay, I can do that. Give me a second here. I can do that. I'll say, I was gonna say, let me say this. This is like the only Spanish I know. Uno momento, por favor. It's like the only Spanish I know, and that's sad. It is sad. That's the only Spanish I know. That is it. That is the only Spanish I know. Uno momento, por favor. I know like gracias. I know hello. I know hello. Thank you. One moment, please. And that's like it. I'm learning more Japanese though because I actually am learning that on Duolingo. But I'm like, I'm not going to learn Duolingo for Spanish because if I want to learn Spanish, I'll just drive in to town because the one part of town I literally call Little Mexico because you will get yelled at in Spanish in there. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just drive in there. Screw it. Okay, let me see here. I need to find my link. Where are you? No, that's not what I want. Damn it. That's not what I want. Where are you? Yeah, link expired. Yeah, I kind of realized it probably did, and I'm like, should I upgrade that? Should I fix it? I'll put it in the comments here. Just give me, like I said, I need to actually get it, which is a pain in the neck. But let's see here. Go to my server. Now, where is it? This tells you that I don't actually use Discord that much, save for talking with a few people, but yeah, I don't really use it that much. Here we go. That's what I want. Where are you? Wow, this thing really does not give much of anything here. I just want to share it. How the hell do I do that? How on earth do I share it? No, that's not what I want either. Why is this thing both wonderful and a pain in the ass at the same time to use? Freaking goddamn Discord. The thing is, my friend's actually on Discord, and I'm still friends with her on here. So I constantly make sure I don't put anything up on there that I'm going to say that's going to be stupid. Because if I do, I feel like I'm horrible. And that's why I have my one friend keeping an eye on me. So I don't say anything stupid. Copy. No, that's not what I want either. I just want to invite people. All right, screw it. I'm just gonna go this way. I just want to escape. All right. I will figure this stupid site out. I swear I will figure this out. It is a pain in the neck, but I will figure it out. Then I'll just do that. Okay, not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do, and yet what I did anyway. I didn't want to X out of the program, and I X'd out of the program. Ah! So I take that, I message it to myself, and I take that message off and put it on here. Because I don't have my Discord set up on my laptop. I really should, but I don't. This way I can still send it to myself if I have to. And I have to remember that I can't get that for a while. But yeah. It's just been a long month for me, and oh boy, today has just been even more fun. Just give me 1 second. I will throw it up here. Ow. Just hit my microphone again for like the umpteenth time today. Okay. So that's the fun thing when you don't have it set up on your laptop, and it's like, yeah, I gotta set it up on my laptop. I keep forgetting to set it up on my laptop. I have it on my tablet because I'm on my tablet more. Like, I am literally on my tablet more than I am on my laptop. And I keep forgetting that I am not on my laptop as much. I will be changing that soon, but not yet. Okay, here we go. There we go. That should take you directly to my Discord server. Feel free to join, and I will gladly accept, because I'm a nice person. I accept everybody. Like, nobody is banished from my Discord server. Even my friend, if I can't be your friend anymore, I won't banish her, because I'm way too nice of a person to just banish people. I don't like banishing people. I really don't. I hate banishing people because it doesn't feel right to me. I think probably because I was banished from a lot of stuff when I was a kid. Like, I couldn't play with kids my own age because the parents were afraid I was gonna hurt them. I couldn't play with the other kids. They thought I was too tall, too weird. I felt out of place. So I don't banish anyone. I will never banish anyone. Unless you did something that really pissed me off or really creeped me out, I won't banish anyone. I never do. I am far too nice of a person. I'm like one of the nicest trans girls you're ever gonna meet. And it's like Robin Williams used to say, the people that often make you laugh the most are the ones that are always the saddest, because they know what it's like to be sad, and they don't like that for anybody else. They don't want it for anyone else. Well, I know what it's like to be sad. I've had like one good cry in the last 30 days, and that was in regards to everything going on. But yeah, I will give expectant moms this. You really go through a lot. I've had this belly on now for almost 30 minutes, like 30, 45 minutes. And it does make sitting extremely difficult. It makes moving extremely difficult. Yet I won't deny, I would not mind actually experiencing this for real. I know it's not possible, but I wouldn't mind it, like, at all. I would gladly undergo whatever I would have to go through this just once. But I mean, for real, just one time. But I know it's not possible. Besides, I mostly just want to transition so I can be me, which is my goal. And I love how my neighbor has to mow his grass on the hottest day of the year so far. It was like 70, almost 80 degrees, and he decides, I'm going to mow my lawn today. You go for it. I guess. All right. So, who's all here? Sound off. At least my laptop's staying nice and cool, which is good. That's what I was hoping for by having my fan on it. So my laptop's staying nice and cool, which is good. It is hot in my room. I'm really warm, but my warmth is because of these, my silicone products, which is really not helping. Honestly, if I got pregnant, there would not be a father. I am strictly into women regardless. And that was one of like the main things, because my friend's trans that I kind of fell for. I won't deny it. I find both cis women and transgender women attractive. I am a lesbian, full on. Like I'm a trans lesbian. So if I actually got pregnant, there would not be a father. It would have been a surrogacy or a IVF or in vitro fertilization. So there would not actually be a father. There it would be two moms, basically. Because my mom raised me. I had like no good male role models in my entire life. Um, my grandfather was a horrible racist bigot. Granted, okay, he spent time with me, and I loved the letter that I got from him right after his death, basically saying how I was a disgrace to the family and my mom because I was. He wrote that like months before he died. That's what really pissed me off. He actually no, he wrote it when I was in 6th grade, and he found I think a couple months before he finally died, and he put it in a box that I was supposed to get when he died. And it's like, oh great. And I'm reading the letter and I'm like, this ungrateful bastard. Because I paid his bills for him. Like the last, like from 2017 till he died in 2020, I paid his bills. And that's the thanks I got. But no, there would not be a dad. There would be two moms. Because I never had any good male role models growing up. My grandfather, like I said, was a horrible racist bigot. My one uncle was a horrible racist bigot because he learned right from my grandfather, and he was the worst because when he finally died last September, he lost his battle with pancreatic cancer, and that like the end of that October, beginning of November, I came out as trans because I literally took a good look, and my friend helped me come out of my shell, and I took a damn good look at my life, and I'm like, you know what? I don't give a crap about the other two annoying members of the family. My one aunt, I was a little concerned about, but she's cool with it because she's got a lot of transgender friends. And she's like, if you ever need somebody to talk to, send me an email. I'm willing to talk with you. I appreciate that so much. I really do. So I am really happy with that. So that was like a huge, I'm like, all right, I have another one on my side. So that's one on my side. My mom's still kind of a question mark because she doesn't like my big boobs. She likes my smaller ones, but I want big boobs. Like, this is what I'm probably going to be like my first step goal, but my goal is 6,000 cc implants. And that'd be like my Z cups. And that's what I'm going for. But these are my S cups, and I do like the way they look. They really suit me, and I do like them. Plus, after my week, I'm like, I am going to wear my big girl boobs because I just want to feel pretty, damn it. I want to feel pretty. But no, my uncles weren't exactly good role models. My one was for a while, but then he started breaking a lot of promises. And then he got involved with a crap ton of women, including some that were underage. And I'm like, you know what? I really have no good male role models in my life. And I'm like, nope. So if I actually did get pregnant, yeah, there would not be a daddy. There would just be two mommies. Then again, I would be a horrible mom because I would just like, I would love my baby way too much. I would love my child way too much. I would cuddle them probably too much. I would love them no matter what they did. And I would be looked at as a horrible parent. Like if my kid was sad, I would be right there. I'd be like, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's going to be okay. I would be giving him a nice big hug and telling him it's going to be okay. Like I would be willing to undergo like anything to actually go through this just once for real. But I know it would be a massive pain in the ass. But that would be something that I'm pretty sure would piss off a lot of people. They'd be like, oh, look at this. It's a trans woman who's got a uterus transplant and she's now become pregnant. Oh my God, no, this can't be. It's horrible. Really? I'm going to be a mom. Yeah, no. But yeah, if I did get pregnant, there would not be a mom. There would not be a dad. It would be two moms. It would be two moms because I definitely would not want to raise it alone because my mom raised me alone, basically. We lived with my grandparents. They really did not even really want to watch me. She really had to like twist their arm to pick me up the one day from school. And when there was an incident where she worked at, she couldn't get out in time to come pick me up from school at the end of the day. She actually had to call my grandfather and say, hey, can you go pick him up? And then she's like, look, I can't get out because there was like a bomb threat where she worked at an elementary school, and there was a threat and they were on lockdown. She goes, I can't get out. Can you go pick him up? He's like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll go pick him up. It's like, gee, I'm sorry you have to take 5 minutes out of your day to drive down there and pick him up from school. Just pick him up, take him across the street, and let him sit at the fire company. He knows what to do. He's used to it. Just do that. But, yep. That was his entire ordeal. And I was like, okay. After that, she literally made a stink about it. Like one weekend, she goes, if you two aren't happy with going to pick him up or him being here by himself, pick one of the two, because he's not going to sit in the damn car while I'm working. So if you two don't like the fact that he's going to be by himself, then one of you stay home. Then all of a sudden, she just defied them. She dropped me off the one day because I got out early, and she actually asked, she goes, hey, they're getting out early. Can I run, pick them up, drop them off home quick, and I'll be right back? They're like, yeah, not a problem. Go ahead. Because they knew me. It was the same school district. They knew me. They're like, yeah, go for it. She dropped me off at home. I literally just sat on the couch and watched TV. Like, I made myself a pizza for lunch. That was the most I had done. And my grandmother was like, he'll burn the house down. The house will be destroyed by the time we get back. House was still standing. I'm sitting on the couch watching television, half asleep. And it's like, well, how long have you been here? Let's see. I got out at 10:45. Got back home about 11 o'clock ish. So it was like going on 1:30 when they got home. I'm like, about 2.5 hours. And then they looked, just like, well, you made something. He said, yeah, I made a pizza. The instructions were literally written on it. I've made them before. Then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, well, you can be left alone. House isn't burned to the ground. It's fine. That's what you're trying to tell them for the longest time. It's like, the house won't burn to the ground. I mean, I'm going to say this, though. This does feel nice, having this, like, extra weight here. Granted, I'm trying to lose weight, but this actually feels nice. Like, it's not out of place weight. I just kind of wish it was a little bigger, because I kind of feel like I'm, like, only maybe, I want to say, like, 6 months, but this is the 9-month belly. But, damn. It's from Royanger. It looks really good, and they have a promo going on right now, which is really cool. But yeah, that is what I do here. Plus, like I said, since it is Mother's Day Sunday, I'm like, I'm gonna be nice to the moms. I'm gonna show my support. I'll probably do this tomorrow night too, when I do my podcast on Saturday night. But I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be nice, and like, all the moms out there, you're getting some support. Like, and believe it or not, you're getting support from a transgender girl, from a trans girl. You're getting support. Like, I 100% support what you've done. Believe me, because my mom gave birth to me, and it was a natural birth. She almost lost me. So yeah, trust me. I've had a lot of friends that were pregnant. I've had a lot of friends that have gone through hell and back. So believe me when I say the following phrase: I got you. Like, you have my unwavering sympathy. This is the one thing that, be happy that we transgender women cannot do yet. Trust me. If we could, I would be looking at genetic women for advice, like, hey, what can I do for this? Well, awesome. Thank you for that. I'm a great inspiration. That's why you get up at 7 in the morning to study, so you don't end up like me. For the record, just to set this straight, I do have a pretty high IQ. I have an associate's degree in website designing. I just have had a string of bad luck in my life. Like, I could design websites. I do have a degree in it, an associate's degree. In fact, it's hanging up right there. I do have an associate's degree. I have a 135 IQ. What I do is to make people feel good and make them happy. That's what I enjoy in life. So if you're using me to be an inspiration to better yourself, I'm happy for that. I really am. Regardless if you're being sarcastic or mean, I'm glad that I'm at least inspiring you to better yourself. That makes me feel good in life. To better your life so that you don't end up like me. To be fair, I work in a desk. I make like $12 an hour and I hate my job with passion. I would love to be doing something from home. I would love to be doing something that would give me joy in life. But I'm inspiring you to better yourself. That makes me feel good. That really does. Because if you were trying to like insult me, you kind of failed because I don't consider that insulting. I'm helping you to better yourself. That makes me feel good. It's like with my friend. I'm glad she's happy. Even if I might not end up being in the picture down the road, I'm glad she's happy. I really am. You can't really get to me. That's the thing. You cannot get to me. You really can't. You can try. Be my guest. You can try, but you're not going to succeed. But you can damn well try. I won't. I won't fault you for trying. Mr. Crocker said in the one Fairly Odd Parents, nice try though. I respect that. In the Fairly Odd Parents special, he said that. Nice try though. I respect that. But you're not. Believe me, with everything that has happened to me in my life, it would take a hell of a lot to break me down right now, and just because of who I am, and just because of how I feel. That's what had me crying. And that was the last time I cried, and that was about a month ago. So if you're trying your best, if you were trying to insult me, Quinn, you failed miserably. Sorry to tell you that. Besides, I'm used to haters and hecklers, so I tried doing comedy. I'm used to haters and hecklers. Still live. If you want to hang out, I'm going to start my game at like an hour in. That way we can, hopefully, we'll have more people. I say hopefully loosely because I know we're not. I'm going to have many people. Hopefully, we will. Hopefully, we'll get some more individuals that will come. Hopefully. Oh, wow, that is pretty. That is pretty. I will. I always give like positive words of encouragement to people on social media. I am a safe place for any trans individuals, any cis individuals. If you want to hate on me, be my guest. I was picked on a crap ton in school for my height, for my weight, for the way I talked, for who I was. You want to poke fun at me? Be my guest. I'm used to it. You want to pick on me? Be my guest. I'm used to it. A bad day. And if they feel horrible, if they are having a bad day, and if they feel horrible, if they want encouragement, I will give it. Because I know what it feels like to be hated by a lot of people. I was hated by my entire class until I became a junior in high school. Like my entire class hated me. Then I started writing for the school newspaper, and all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, opinions and thoughts that actually matter. Yeah, go figure, right? I remember though to bring in my So I had this other arm sitting here, and I was kind of like, hey, I'm gonna use this arm tonight to put my microphone on, but I don't have the piece on this one because it's more designed for tablets and not for microphones. And the one that I have that is designed for microphones is sitting in a box in my living room. And I don't feel like going out for it just to use for my microphone. So I'm like, yep. So I'm going to have to drag that in here for tomorrow. Because my microphone sitting on this does kind of get in the way if I have to type. It would be nice to just be able to like put my hands underneath and just type. That would be so great. But yep, I ended up grabbing the wrong one, and I thought I had the other one in here, and I didn't. Unfortunately, I only have this one. I thought I had the other one, and I forgot I just brought it on the tripod. So I'm not exactly what you call a rocket scientist, but I'm intelligent, but lazy. There is that. Yeah, I have a 135 IQ. So, like I said, you can't really hurt me with insults. I mean, I'll probably feel it at some point. Like if you really feel like really lay into me about something, I probably will feel it. Find a trigger and I'll probably feel it, but most of the time I will ignore you or I will just turn it back on you because I do know how to handle bullies. Because I'm used to it. Because I have been picked on my entire life. Okay. And let's tweet it out again on my other thing, and we're good. All right. So hopefully we'll get some people here soon that we can play a game. Because I did write true and false. And it just dawned on me that my camera reverses everything, and I probably should have written it backwards. F-A-L. I don't know how would I reverse the S though? Yeah. Okay. Either way, I have both of the cards ready for the game tonight for true or false. Basically, I'll ask questions, or you can even ask questions, and I'll guess true or false and figure out what the answer is. But yeah. All right, let me lean back a little bit, see if I can't get some weight off my spine. Like I said, I won't deny that this is definitely. I could understand. I mean, I understand why all this goes on, but yeah, this definitely does feel like. I mean, I literally feel like I'm pregnant. Like there, I feel like there is some. Like I feel it. I feel it on me. It's weird. But yep, hopefully I will get some people playing soon and we can play the Wonderful Dice tonight. I did it earlier today so that I can play with everybody tonight. I did my Japanese lesson earlier. I did all my stuff earlier. So yep. Like I said, I know how to handle hecklers. I know how to deal with people. there are like a lot of people that really need to feel good inside. They need a friend. And that's what I like to do. I like to be nice to people. I like to help. Hi, Fortune. How you doing? Welcome to my stream, where today I am sharing what all moms went through and what they get to celebrate on Sunday. I've actually been wearing this thing now for a decent amount of time, almost an hour, almost. And it does, I'm not gonna lie, it does feel weird. Read back through the comments, this, like through the chat. It's been, it does feel kind of weird. I will not lie, it does feel weird, but I do like having my big boobs on today. Well, my semi big boobs on today. I actually went for a walk in these. I had some weird looks. There was a mom that was at the park with her kid, and the kid kept saying it, and the mom just kept looking at me like, slut. Then when she finally walked past me and she's trying to run after her kid, and I saw where her kid was running, I kind of went like, just to give you a heads up, there's some poison ivy over there. You should really be careful because I don't know who's supposed to spray it. And she just, oh, thank you. I said, you're welcome. She just kind of like gave me this look like, oh, okay, you're not a whore. Like, no, I'm not a whore. Just because I have big boobs does not mean I'm a whore. I want big boobs. I actually like how I look with these too. I mean, this is what, oh yeah, fortunately, you guys see this. I picked this up today at Walmart for me to sleep in at night. Ta-da! What do you think? It's pretty cute, right? Oh, that would be great if it would be, because that has got to be torture for you right now. Yeah, I know that I gave my mom her Mother's Day gifts already because I do my Saturday night podcast and I don't want to like wake up super freaking late on Sunday and be like, oh yeah, happy Mother's Day. Because I want her to like enjoy her gift on Mother's Day. So I gave it to her today. I got her a couple noodle bowls from the Dollar Tree. I got her a really cute keyhole blouse from Woman Within, and I got her a night shirt like that, but it's a lighter color with like coffee, tea, and cappuccino on it. It's like little coffee cups, little cappuccino cups. She liked this. Her eyes lit up when she saw that. Hopefully it is tonight. Though, like I was saying though, for like the last few minutes, I can sympathize with women that have gone through this because having this on for how long I have, it does feel kind of weird. Like I would want this to be over at some point, but yes, I can understand it. Especially from like the outside looking in, like like you want it to be done. Like you want it to be done. Okay, flip on my surge protector, charge up a little bit. I have my cooling fan on my laptop to help cool it off. I got my cards ready for the true and false game. I am ready to go. Like I said, I'm wearing this tonight because Mother's Day is on Sunday. So I'm like, hey, like I got one of those fake bellies from Royan. Let me, you know, put it on for the stream. I'll probably wear it tomorrow night for my podcast. I would wear it around the house, but my mom will scream. Like, she will scream bloody murder. I'm finally getting her to be okay with me walking around with boobs. I walk around with this on, even for a day, she'll go, what? What? She will just, that'll piss her off. I know that. I would do it, but I got her in a nice, happy spot right now, and I don't want to jinx it, basically. I don't know, but here's my question of Fortune. Do you think they'll induce her, or is she just going to, like, do a C-section? Because I know when I worked at Five Below, my one coworker was expecting, and I ended up getting a free day off, which would have been nice the one time if they would have told me she wasn't coming the fuck in, because I'm waiting outside. It's like going on 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, she's not here yet. And I finally text, and she's like, oh, crap. We forgot to tell you. Yes, no, you had the day off. My bad. Because I found out my supervisor had a doctor's appointment, and I kind of pieced it together, but she never told me. And then I overheard the store manager, because it was inventory time, and she goes, well, I'm going to have 2 managers, provided the one doesn't pop or go into labor before Wednesday. I'll have at least 2 managers to go. And she was leaving then at like the end of the, after inventory, she put in her 2 weeks. And when she finally had the kid, as I followed her on Facebook, she finally had the kid. I'm like, hey, congratulations. 4 that you freaking work with in case you fall off the fucking ladder. Okay, so she's like 8 months, I would assume, ish. I mean, I know a little bit about pregnancy. That's because I've had a classmate that she has had 4 kids, and her last pregnancy, she had twins. And I remember asking her, because this is the one thing I was like, so I'm like, what's it like? And she's like, oh, it's this and that. Yeah. Okay, so she's 8 months. So yeah, it could be, depending on how big the baby is. It could be if she's having problems. It could be. If not, it would just be monitoring, but it's a possibility. Technically, at 8 months, there are some that are, but I have seen some reports that you can have it like at the 8-month mark, and it's perfectly healthy. Like, it's fully formed, so like the timing could be off. Oh, she's big. Oh, well, is she having like 1 or more? Because if she's having like a really as big as she is tall, okay, you're 6'1", so let's see, like 5'9", or is she 6 feet even? As big as she is tall. I mean, I'm trying to figure, because this is supposed to be like a 9-month belly, and I mean, my boobs are kind of dwarfing it, but it's kind of big on me. Wait, hold on. Let me get it better. Okay. It's like, this is what I mean. See? It's like, this is a 9, it's supposed to be like a 9, like an 8 to 9 month belly from Ryanair, and this is like where it stands out on me. And I'm like 300 some pounds. So that's already like 1 strike, but yeah. It's 1. Dr. Jones. She's 5'7". What? It could be twins, actually. And so this actually happened to my one classmate from high school. We were joking with her for the longest time. Like, all of us on Facebook were joking with her because she was absolutely huge. And she made a comment to us. She goes, the next fucking person that's your butt, they will have to remove it surgically. Lo and behold, she went into labor. She had twins because the 2 babies were so perfectly aligned. When they did ultrasounds, it looked like 1. Like, no matter how they took the ultrasound, it looked like 1 baby. But she had twins. And then all of a sudden, she put the pictures up of her 2 twins. She goes, not 1 word from any of you. It's like, we were right. we were right. So she could be. Hopefully it's just one, but if it's really big, it's like 5'2", 5'3", yeah. Yeah, it actually can happen. Because because how they do an ultrasound is basically just echo. It's sort of like what bats and whales do. So they'll just bounce sound waves off inside the abdomen. So basically, it's good. I need something to demonstrate it. I need something. This will work. So imagine this pack of tissues is the ultrasound. Okay, so they would put the gel on to get a clear thing. It would go like this, right? What it's doing is it's just bouncing sound waves off. So depending on where they are, like depending on where the two babies are inside, they could be just like this, perfectly meshed up so that they look like it's just one child. Like they're not slid out of alignment in any way, shape, or form. They're just into one form, but they're completely separate. It does happen. Like they could take it from different angles and it's still going to look like it's one, but there's actually twins. It is known to happen. It's very rare though that it happens, but it does happen because usually if they take it from like the front, like they go over the top here, like let's say perfectly like the head's where it's supposed to be to get ready to come out, like the head's ready to come down the slip and slide, like here's the head. They take it from the front, they're still only seeing one. Like they're still only seeing one head. So depending on where they are sitting, it could seem like it's just one. Worst case scenario, it might just be really, really big. And if it's really big, it really will do a C-section and just call it, because that would be getting a little too dangerous for her. Because as my friend Ashley, she had twins with her last pregnancy, and they took her in. She went into labor, like her water broke. She went into labor, and they literally looked at her and said, okay, so your two choices are you give natural birth, or we take you up to the third floor and we slice you open and pull them out. And the one nurse came back with her results. Doc goes, well, the results just gave us your answer. You're going upstairs. The baby's heads were about maybe 8 pounds each. So she actually had like 2 regular pound kids. And it's like, nope. Like, nope, you're going up. It'll be safer for you if we just do the C-section. So she had a C-section for her last pregnancy. Like, hands down. But it does happen. The thing is, I watch like a lot of medical shows, so I know these weird facts. That's just how it is. It's weird, but I do know this stuff. Well, it's just. Hey, did you ever see? There's like a meme from Game of Thrones. It's Peter Dinklage's character where he goes, "I drink and I know things." Well, I'm Jessica. I drink and I know things. That's what I do. I've had like 2 coworkers that were expecting. One that we actually were afraid she was going to go into labor because she was the freight supervisor at the time. We were afraid she was going to go into labor. She did at work. 2 days before I had to go into work. Like I go into work at the time it was a Wednesday and a Friday. She went into labor that Monday, outside waiting to go in, and the assistant manager at the time pulls in. She goes, "You and the other guy's name was Tyler." She goes, "You two dodged a bullet." Her water broke. She was in labor for like a day, and then she gave birth early Wednesday morning, like around 7 a.m. She gave birth. But it's like, yep. Like that happens. But it was just, oh shit. But I had to learn like a lot of stuff for that, just on the off channel problem and all that song and dance. And then she tries, all of a sudden the kid's getting ready to pop out. My mom's like, you'd better learn quick what to do just in case. I'm like, yeah, it's called call 911, then call the store manager and don't do a damn. So I kind of like Got a crash course as quickly as I could. Set a picture on Discord. Okay. I don't have Discord on my laptop. Let me pull it up quick on my tablet. I should really just keep my tablet up because it's kind of, I always forget to do that, but yeah. It does happen now. But I keep forgetting to set Discord up on here, and I really should. I keep forgetting. Okay. Pulling up Discord. Okay, I got picture and... Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll say she's big. Damn. It could be twins. It could be twins. It really could. It could be twins. It could be twins. And like I said, I could safely say that this is like one. This is supposed to be one. I mean, Royanger does have like a twin size, but this is like one. And I know I'm nowhere near that big. But yeah, no, that could be twins, actually. I mean, depending on how big they are, it could be twins. But if it's just one, there is a good chance that they will probably do a C-section. If she's that big already, if she would try to go the distance, it could cause problems. There could be like preeclampsia and some other issues. But yeah, that would definitely be getting a little close for comfort. Like I said, I know weird medical facts. I just have stuff like that. Well, you never know. Well, believe it or not, it actually is a proven fact that infants do actually get their mental capacity from their mothers. Because I have a 135 IQ. My mom's pretty intelligent too. She just doesn't want to take an IQ test to see how intelligent. If if the kid's brain though is that big, they will have to do a C-section because I don't think she's going to be comfortable pushing that out. Well, now, to be fair, you are intelligent in your own way. So, you can't say that you're dumb. You are intelligent in your own way. I mean, I have a lot of like pop culture information. I know a lot of pop culture references. I do know a lot about computers. And a majority of the other crap I know is just filed away in storage in my brain. I don't know everything in the world. If I had the answer to every single question in the world, I would be sitting on the side of a mountain charging $5 an answer. Like, hands down. $5 an answer, and I will answer whatever questions you want answered. I will answer them. Like, no. She's finally starting to come around to eventually having a daughter. She's starting to come around because I know she's not, like I said, she's not a fan of my big boobs, but she's a little more comfortable. She's starting to get used to the idea of having a daughter, which is kind of nice. Because I can't wait to start my transition so I can be a girl. I can be a woman all the time and not just a semi-woman during the week and a part-time one on the weekends. Now, if I had a work-from-home job, I wouldn't have to worry about this at all. If I just had another job, I could be like, yep, I'm good. I can just be Jessica all the time. 24/7. I gotta go get something to drink. I'm getting thirsty. I gotta get something to drink, though. But I will be right back. I gotta run to the fridge and get something to drink. I am getting thirsty because it is really warm in here. I could understand that, but see, my mom doesn't have anywhere to go. So she kind of has to just deal with it. And it's like, look, I'm not doing this because the kicker is Wait, hold on. Let me hot in here. 1 second. Now comes the fun part. I have to try to get out of here without knocking anything over. Beep. Yep, like my hat and my sock I have sitting there. Be right back. The next reason why I actually want to clean my room up, so I can easily get in and out if I have to. Okay. Yes, I know, hydrate. There we go. Also wearing my what am I caught on? There we go. Also wearing my silicone products is not helping. Oh, okay. Back to what I was saying. So that really sucks that your mom moved like 50 miles away after you came out. But my mom really has nowhere. I came out to see whether or not I would be accepted because I didn't know if my friend didn't ever want to talk to me again. And it was like, they were all supportive. I was like, okay, put it up on Facebook. Hey, I into a female. And it was into a female. And it was met with a lot of positivity. Like my friends were very supportive. It was winter time, and on the screen, I'm like, I really like my boobs. On the screen, I'm like, I really like my boobs like this. And then I remember I have to take them off before I go to bed tonight. It's like, stay on me all the time. But Bim was complaining that she was cold. Now, to be fair, we didn't have the heat going. It was freezing. And I was just fed up with it at this point because it's like I'm working a dead-end job. I'm stressed out. I have a crap ton of stuff going on. And she's complaining that she's cold. So I just threw all my blankets on her bed. I'm like, here, have all the blankets. I grabbed my coat. I grabbed like 2 pairs of socks. I put on 2 pairs of socks, my coat, gloves, hat. I slept on this bed, no blankets, no nothing. She threw them all on the floor and then sent me an email the next morning or that night. I don't want your blankets. Women are naturally cold, and I was a preemie, so I'm always going to be cold. And as far as not talking to you, you changed after your uncle died, and not in a good way. You didn't even want to tell me about your big life decision. To be fair, I'd sent my mom several emails. I'm like, at first it's like, I'm going to live as a crossdresser full time. That's my plan. And originally it was going to be once we get everything with the house settled. I got scammed out of money. I got scammed out of money in November. That earlier that like the end of October, beginning of November, the end of October, when the people that were scamming me were I was still thinking going to help me. I'm like, you know what? I'm done living like this. And I'm just like, either way, I'm going to transition. So I did. I told everybody, hey, I'm going to transition. That was the big life-changing news. And my mom was just like, you didn't even tell me first. You just pop it up on social media. I sent her several messages. I sent her emails. She didn't look at her email. And I even waited like several days after I sent her that email before I put it up on Facebook. I gave her multiple chances. Oh, that's her phone ringing. That's fine. I gave her multiple chances. I'm like, hey, you know, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Put them on a piece of paper. Leave them on my bed. I'm going to take the scenic route home from work. It'll be like an extra 30 minutes for me to get home. Leave like all the notes. I'll be home about 4:30 that day. Nothing. So what got me, and I think this was the point where my mom finally realized that she's not going to win this battle, like at all. And it's true. She's not going to win this fight. Was when she goes, and I quote, when all this crap was happening with my friend, and I went to her for some advice. I'm like, look, I could use some motherly advice. Can you help? Can you give me some motherly advice? She goes, and I quote, can you give me some motherly advice? She goes, and I quote, so help me to understand this. You want to transition so you can be a lesbian? No. I want to transition so I can be comfortable in my body. This led her to pull this. This is a really good chestnut, I want to say, out of her butt. And it kind of pissed me off. And I didn't speak to her for the rest of that weekend. And that was right after Easter. I didn't speak to her for the rest of that weekend. Like, very little conversation between us. And she realized, okay, I really crossed the line here. She told me the reason she's not happy with me transitioning, why she's against it, is because I look so much like my father. And I act so much like my father. And my father died before I was born. So her entire reasoning was that I remind her so much of her dead love that she doesn't want to lose him again. Instead of wondering how I feel and if I'm going to be happy, it's, you remind me so much of your father and I don't want to lose him again. It's like losing him all over again. It's not my fault. I want to be happy in my body. I want to be happy in my body. And yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I have a cousin that's gay. And to be fair, to be completely fair, he is the worst type of homosexual. Okay, he is gay. 1,000%. He is 1,000% gay, and he is the worst kind because he's the one that he feels like, because he came out of the closet, and this was like in the early to mid 90s. He came out of the closet. He thinks everybody should bow down before him. That anything he says is gospel. It's gold. And it's like, you put your pants on one leg at a time, just like I do. You put your pants on one leg at a time, just like my mom does. You're nothing special. You're not. And it pissed him off that nobody saw him in the light that he saw himself. Now, I came out as transgender. Now, I wanted to come out at 22. I wanted to come out at 22. But family situation at the time would not have allowed it. My grandfather would not have been okay with it. My uncle would not have been okay with it, like, at all. He would have been flat out against it. And it's like, no. I'm like, I'm not going to do it yet because it would not have been safe. I had no job. I had no security. I had no other place to go. If they would have thrown me out on my ass, I had nothing. I'm like, no. I had to sit on it for 11 years. Like a little over 11 years. And I'm like, I couldn't do it anymore. When I took a look at myself in the mirror the one morning, I'm like, no, I am done living like this. I'm done living in fear. And I'm like, I'm going to come out. I'm going to finally look into it. I want to start living my life. I want to start being who I want to be. Because I was seeing like a lot of transgender women on Twitter. They're like, hey, I transitioned late in life. It's never too late. And I'm like, you know what? I wasted 11 years being shackled to my male side. I'm not doing it anymore. But as far as like, yeah. See, I came out at 33. I wanted to come out at 22. I missed out. The sad thing is, I missed out on 11 years that I could have been me. I missed out. The sad thing is, I missed out on 11 years that I could have been me. Like 11 years that I could have just been, that I could have been Jessica. And it bothers me yet. But I didn't come out because I didn't want my mom getting crap from my grandfather and my uncle. I didn't want the family to just start laying into her because they would have blamed her for it. They would have said, this is all your fault. You coddled him too much as a kid. And they would have blamed her for it. But yeah, when I came out, I was met with so much positivity. I'm like, I love it. Now, granted, not everybody knows. Like, I only had 4 coworkers that knew. And there's only one of them left anymore. And he's going to be leaving. So there won't be anybody left at my job that I work with that knows, which sucks. I want to get the hell out of there because as wonderful as they're, oh yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm glad I'm out over not being out. Because what I want to do, I am putting in job applications. And if I get an email back, because I'm hoping to find like a work from home job that I can just wake up, pull my laptop out, and go to work. Like I don't have to physically go to a job. I don't have to drive anywhere, less wear and tear on the vehicle. And if I do have to get one at another place, I'm literally they go, is there anything you'd like us to know? Yeah, I'm transgender. I'm planning to transition. Is that an issue? Because I am done living as a guy. I am done living male. I have to do it at my job because unfortunately, while their policy, and they have this policy posted in the damn break room, and they can point that policy out till they're blue in the face. It looks good on paper, and that's what it is. It's one of those, it looks good on paper. I want to see it in practice, and I don't trust it. Because I know 3 of the people that are still left in the deli I work at, in the deli department, the one is transphobic, 100%. Because I overheard several remarks and comments from her. But yeah. I'm like, nope. I want to find another job so I can be me all the time. So like I can wear earrings to work. I can wear a necklace to work. I can wear I can paint my nails. Because I can't paint my nails. Because we can't have anything on our nails that could possibly contaminate the food. So I can't paint my nails. I want to paint my nails so bad. Like I wanted to put like a nice shade of yellow nail polish on my nails. I can't. Because we can't have anything on our nails that could possibly contaminate food. And it bothers the hell out of me. I just recently changed my name on Twitter. I think it was on it was Trans Visibility Day that I changed my name on my main Twitter. So like I still have my Jessica Charms Twitter page, which that's just gonna stay Jessica Charms. That's my alter ego, basically. That's the one that I kind of blame in my yeah, you got to be yeah. And I had to do my ELMs, my electronic learning modules, and that's one of the things, like, you can't wear perfumes, you can't wear like heavy cologne, you have to smell good. Company policy is this, and food service policy is this, but you can't have any nail polish. If we have rings, they have to be like a solid band. There can't be anything that can be loose. Just like, I hate this job because they can come out and say, oh, I could come out to the one manager and say, hey, I'm transgender. I'm going to be transitioning. And she'll apparently be cool with it. I was told that by my one coworker who left. He goes, if you want to come out to management, she's the one to go to. The problem is, I can't pin her down for 5 seconds to tell her. And when I can, she's in the middle of something or on her freaking phone because there's an issue. And I'm like, yeah, this is why I want to get the hell out of this job. Like, they can say, oh, we're trans friendly till they're blue in the face. It's a lie. 100% a lie. But yeah. But not like I can't, because the one weekend, I knew I was going to have a 4-day weekend. So I actually was going to put on fake nails. And I put the glue on and I put the nail on and the nail would not stick. I'm like, damn it. I mean, I still have the nails. And I was like, damn it. Because I had already given the nail polish that I had gotten to my old coworker, Jill. I gave them to her because I'm like, here. He's like, you can wear it because you just put packages on shelves. I can't wear it because I'm around fucking food. And I'm explaining to her like the stuff that I can and cannot do. And she goes, you can't. I said, nope, I can't, because can't wear a necklace, can't wear rings. I can't wear nail polish. I have to be careful what goes on my hands. But yeah. We can't do that either, because then we're trying to get something from management and it has to go through proper channels. And still can't pin her down for 5 seconds. Believe me, I thought about that, and this is the kicker, because she was the closing manager the one night when I had to close the deli. So I'm taking the trash back, and I'm like, I had it timed out perfectly. I'm like, I'm going to take the trash back. I'm going to clock out. I'm going to go up, get my coat, get the fuck out of here. Go home and sleep. And I had to get back in here, and it was like 9 o'clock the next morning. I had to be in there. I was like, okay. There was a stalker that was still working there. Came over because he wanted, it's like, hey, can you give this to Joe for me? And Joe's the one manager. And she goes, nope, you have to hand that to him yourself. You cannot even hand us notes because we're not allowed to have stuff like that. You have to give it to him personally so he can see it immediately, then destroy it. Because we can't have a paper trail for stuff. If it's like asking for time off, he'll immediately put it into the computer and there you go. And I overheard this. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, gotta get out of this job. Gotta get out of this job. It's like, I got suckered into it. I needed the money at the time. I won't lie. I needed employment, needed a way to pay bills. Now I want to get the hell out of it. It's like, I've got to get the hell out of this job. I gotta get the hell out of here. But yeah, it is just a pain in the neck to work there. I mean, the only good thing is that, and the deli manager even said this, hey, look, if you guys want a little snack, that's fine. We don't mind that. But do it back here. Don't be on your phone out here. Back here. Click, okay. But yeah. And like I said, I know like their policy in that, yeah. Oh, it's a trap there. It is a freaking trap. Like, you're stuck there. And the thing is, like, my schedule this coming week. Oh, I gotta give that to my mom. Crap, I knew I was forgetting that. I have to double. All right, I'll remember to do that tomorrow. But my schedule keeps changing. Like, the only day that I know is set in stone is a Tuesday, because I put down my availability is 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. because my mom goes to the laundromat in the morning. I don't know if she's going to be back in time if I could be there by 2. And most of the time it's, oh, yeah, I was like, oh, so-and-so called off. I need to be there by 2. And then I got to pull an 8-hour shift on a Tuesday. I have like 9 to 5 shifts, 8 to 4 shifts, or 2 to 8 shifts. Like it varies from day to day. Oh yeah, it's hard to get out. That is the problem. It is hard to get out. And I like how there's the one person out there. She's the manager of the floral department. She started in the deli, and she looks at us the one day and she goes, "It's just I'm proof that you can get out of here." I'm like, I can easily get out of here. It's called I go up and tell the one manager I quit. I quit. Fuck off, and I leave and don't come back. Oh yeah, it's hard to fill in positions. There's only like 6 of us left. I did the math. There's only like 6 of us left. And they just hired somebody new, and he's gonna be stuck over in the hot food section. And I'm like, that doesn't help the deli. And they're like, well, you gotta train him. I'm not one of these hyper happy, you know, super nice personalities that's going to be like, hi, what can I get you? How can I help you today? And trying to pair. We're supposed to pair. Hey, Fortune, you're going to love this. We sell a type of meat and cheese. Okay, it's a specific brand. They want us to pitch. Are you ready for this? We're supposed to tell the customers that this particular brand of ham or this particular brand of turkey pairs perfectly well with a fine Sauvignon Blanc. Now, when I heard that in these electronic learning modules, I'm like, you want me to pitch a $5,000 bottle of wine in toilet wine country? Like the deli at the store I work at, it is basically college kids. There's a fucking sushi department right next door to the deli. And it's like, you want me to pitch a $5,000 bottle of wine? You're higher than a kite. Especially when, like, if somebody would want 30 pounds, God help them too, by the way, because I will never cut that. If somebody would come up and order 30 pounds of meat, I will, if I have to cut it, I'll cut it. Then I'm immediately looking at the store, at the deli manager going, I'm going home. Bye. Why? I just cut 30 pounds of meat. Goodbye. But no, it's like, you want us to pitch a $5,000 bottle. I actually have to look it up. It's like a $5,000 bottle. And they want a young, like a fine young Sauvignon Blanc. I'm like, you want a young? That's like $5,000. What the hell? It's like the people around here pitch toilet wine. Yeah, this store is probably a richer area. These are freaking these are like college kids. This is like fucking college town. And it's like, you think these brain dead morons, no offense to them, by the way, but you think these brain dead morons are going to have $5,000 to drop on a bottle of hooch? It's like, not unless that bottle of booze is worth like $20,000 and I got it for $5,000 and I'm turning and burning it. I'm not going to drop $5,000 on a bottle of hooch. I'm sure as hell not going to tell people, hey, you should buy this $5,000 bottle of booze. No. Oh. That's why I want to get out of there. I mean, I'm putting in applications just to work anywhere at this point. I'm going to fill out a couple more tomorrow. Like, I know that my local Dollar Tree is hiring. I'll gladly go work in there, deal with, hey, this is my availability. I can't work Friday, Saturday, Sundays, but I can work the other 4 days, no problem. Jesus Christ. We have, like, I can say one of the weirdest things that's happened to me at this deli. So there was a person that put in, because there's a direct, like, somebody can put in their orders online. These employees will go out into the store, they'll grab it, put it in bags, and then take it out to your car. First off, I'd love to work in that department, but oh no, you can't transfer into that department because the lady in charge has to pick you herself. She likes me. I want the different position if you want me to stay out here. I hate this deli. I'm tired of smelling like meat and cheese when I come home. I am tired of having the joke of, how would you like it? And they go, sliced. I know you want it sliced. I get that point when you want it sliced. When you say half a fucking pound, how do you want it sliced? Oh. Oh, I can understand how Richmond area it is. I can gather that. Like, I'm just saying, like, they wanted us to pitch this $5,000 bottle of wine. I'm like, when hell freezes the fuck over, will I pitch? I mean, I'm not gonna tell some elderly woman that's looking at this ham, and it's like, I want a pound of this ham, which is almost like $18, by the way. I'm not gonna tell her, by the way, ma'am, this pairs perfectly well with some of this cheese and a very fine Sauvignon Blanc. I'm not going to tell that to an elderly person that's buying this with their pension. It's like, look, they have Social Security there, so they have a Sauvignon Blanc and get it that way. Okay, that's rich. Got it. All right. That's the upper echelon of rich. That's like the side of town that I used to work on, rich. Like the media, I love this. So I worked, like, we always considered it the rich side of town. And my first job, my first actual good that I was there for 5.5 years job was working at a Five Below that was right in there. And I looked right, it's like, I'm working in here. The medium apartment, like the average rent for apartments in there is like $800 to $1,600 a month. And that was in 2016. That went up like crazy the last couple years. I think it's now almost like $2,500 to $3,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment over there a month. I'm like, that's the upper echelon of rich. Now, where I work at now is the lower end of rich. Like, we're talking toilet wine. Like, they will find an old busted toilet, they'll seal up the bottom of it, and they will make wine in that toilet. I want out of this deli. I want out of this job. Out of this job. It's like, at this point, like I said, if I find even one job that I can do remotely or one job that will take me, I'm gone. It's like, I don't even want to give them 2 weeks. Just go, I can start right away at this other job and just call up the manager and go, hey, so I put in an application today, so I'm done. I apologize, but I'm done. Ugh. But like I was saying, the weirdest thing that happened. So it was a Thursday. I'm by myself because the one person called the hell off. Freaking course. And I'm like, okay, whatever. What the hell? I'll do it. I'll handle it anyway. So they called off, and I'm like, fine. I'll handle it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Whatever. Somebody actually ordered through the goddamn direct system 13 half pounds of a certain cheese. 13, basically 13 half-pound bags is what they wanted. The assistant manager saw this before he even left, went down to the direct people's like, tell me this is a typo, because he's going to be by himself. And this is going to break him if he has to do this alone. The person that was working the hot bar was like, I'll come over and give you a hand once I get this all, but I had it done. It looked like, if you've ever seen like Law and Order, it looked like a freaking block of cocaine. Like a giant, almost 5, it's like almost, this is like 6, almost like 6.5 pounds of cheese. So this person was never going to be using the bathroom again. Hands down. But it's like 5 or 6 pounds of cheese. Almost like 5.5 to maybe 6.5 pounds. I think we were figuring. And it's like, okay. It looked like a giant block of cocaine. Like, you would see them dragging this on the news. Like, there's a big drug bust. This is what it freaking looked like. And the lady came and picked it up. and she is struggling to carry it down there. I'm like, that person had better come and get this, because otherwise I'm going to be pissed I had to cut that stuff. All right. Well, I got these cards fixed up, so let's play a little true or false. I don't think anybody else is coming, but I'm kind of bored. And you can still learn more about me. It's pretty much what we do all the time on this, because I never come up with anything. But true or false? I actually have the cards fixed up. I fixed them up earlier, so I have false. And I have true. And yes, I realize my camera reverses it. At least I'm hoping it doesn't reverse it outside of this, but it reversed it on here on me to see it. So it's like I can't like unreverse it. I suck sometimes at this, but I remember. Oh yeah, I was like, wait a minute, where did I put my fan from last night? I still have it. Well, I can use this to help me. I forgot. I can use this to help me stay cool while we do this. Yay! Hope I do it the right way, though, Jessica. See, now it looks really good. I actually have a really nice like yellow dress that I could probably wear with this, and it would look like so. I would look at the. I can't talk. I would look like the belle of the ball. Alrighty, but I do like this fan though. It's so cute. But anyway, so I got these. I at least want to try to play this, because hopefully I can get like more viewers at some point, but I have these fixed up and I can always use them for next time too. But you basically have, I'll ask a question, or you can ask a question, and I'll go true or false. So, you want to start, or should I? Because I don't mind like people getting to know me. That's actually something that I really enjoy, is for people to get to know me. And they don't think I'm some weirdo that just puts on fake boobs. So I will admit, this is really these are making me really warm, but this is really making me warm too. Like I can feel like a massive amount of warmth here around my stomach. So it is like, this is really, really warm. Yeah, like I can really feel like my stomach's getting really warm wearing this. So I can just imagine what a real one would be doing to people, because damn, that would be massively painful. And I have known people that were expecting in summer as only true or false. Yep. So basically, basically it's ask a question, and if the answer is true, or the answer is false, I'll hold up one card for whatever the answer is. If it's true, I'll hold up true. Also hold up false, basically. So I mean, like, okay, here's an example question. Let's say I have breast implants. True or false? Which answer would it be? You'd make a guess, and I would go, because I don't. Basically, it's like that. So you try to get to know a person. But it's like icebreaker games, and it's something that I keep trying to, figure out some stuff to do on this stream. My other stream I do is just my podcast. I love that title so much. But yeah, I really do like this tea. It's just like one step above water, but it's really good. I'm not gonna lie, this is really difficult to like move around in this too, because like I can feel it in my back because the strap's just like folding around, but man, it is painful. All right, let's move a little bit here. There we go. That fixed it a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That got it. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. Now I finally got the strap to ungo from the knot right in the center of my back. Oh, it feels a lot better. Do or do not, there is no try, as my master used to tell me. Do or do not, there is no try. I had a very wise master. Small, green, pointy-eared guy. Ow. I just kicked my table. Ow, I just kicked my table. So it's basically like, just ask me a question, or I could say a question, and it's like, true or false, basically. It's like, is the answer true or is the answer false? It's basically it. Give it a shot. You can technically ask anything. Go ahead and ask anything. See, that's the problem. A lot of people draw blanks when they talk to me. It's like I'm trying to like break ice so that everybody can be like, hey, like, okay, so this is who you are. You're a nice person, stuff like that. But yeah, just ask away. While I slowly fan myself like a Southern belle. Wish I had longer hair. I know, true or false. Well, I'm going to say, you're drawing a blank. I'm going to go true. Well, here, I could go a couple. Does that sound good? So like I said, that's kind of why I want to try to do this. Like, everybody can kind of get to know me a little bit. Because that was the main thing that I always had problems with in high school, was that everybody just immediately saw me as this massive, huge, hulking individual. False. I am not a Southern belle. I was born in Pennsylvania, raised in Pennsylvania. I have not left Pennsylvania. Save for a couple of vacations, I went to Washington, D.C. For my one birthday. My mom took me on a trip, which was fun. I actually told off a tour guide who got some information wrong because I had learned about it during Civil War history. So that was cool. I have been to New Jersey three times. Seaside Heights, all three times. Third time, I did not like it because it was too commercial. And I've been to New York City once. The furthest west I have gone has been Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And that was a day trip with my uncle and aunt. But no, I am not a Southern belle. My grandmother was from the South. She was from Georgia. I had an aunt that lived in Georgia, but I am not a Southern belle. Unfortunately, I'm a Yankee. I'm a Yankee, unfortunately. I'm on the side that won the Civil War. I'm a Yank. I'm a Yank that doesn't want to wank. Here, I'll do a couple, and you can guess like true or false. Kind of like get an idea here. So, true or false? I collect troll dolls. So is it true or false? I collect troll dolls. I'm waiting to see your answer yet, Fortune. True or false? I collect troll dolls. You are correct. That is false. I do not. My mom actually did. I do not. The most I ever got was just like some from flea markets, and those were the ones that had like you move the arm and the little chest light flashes for like half a second. Those are the only ones that I actually had. Okay. True or false? I collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I know they reach a bit slow, but that's why I wait till I actually see the answer. Like a while ago that there's a delay. So true or false, I collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards. You are right. The answer is true. I actually do. In fact, they are right down here by my feet. And I actually have some over here too. So they're all right here that I have. And I have collected them pretty much since it hit the States. Right now, I mostly just get like a lot of random cards from eBay, but I still collect them. Okay. True or false? I have a master's degree in business. Am I supposed to be doing it this way? I can like. So true or false? I have a master's degree in business. Correct. False. I have an associate's degree in website designing. That is my degree. You're right. So you're doing pretty good so far, Fortune, for somebody that doesn't know me. Okay. Let's try something a little harder. True, I wouldn't be, well, technically you never know. There was a joke about a Harvard graduate that was driving a taxi. So you never know. But yeah, no. Yeah, I have an associate's degree in website design, which I would love to finally start getting that to actually work for me instead of laughing at me. But all right. Let's try something a little harder. Just lucky. All right. Every single game console known to man. I said to man. I said to man. So basically, every game console known to man. So that could be global or and both. So I'll go with global. Since I said to man, I'll go with global. Correct. The answer is false. In my entire life, I have played PC games, the Nintendo GameCube, the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, the Nintendo DS, the Nintendo DS Lite, and the PlayStation 2. I did own an Xbox that a friend of mine gave me, but I never had any games for it. And I did play my aunt's old, I want to say like a Pong-ish console, but I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was like one that you could get from like Sears, one of those knockoff ones that the AVGN, that the Angry Video Game Nerd did like a whole video on. So I'll throw that one in too. So that's still not every console known to man. Like I never played the ZX Spectrum or the Super Famicom. I never played any of those. So, okay. True or false? I have 3 older siblings. You got one wrong. false, actually. I am an only child. I have honorary siblings that are really close friends to me. But as far as blood siblings go, I have 0. Zip, zilch, zenada. So, with when I was a kid, that's why I invented imaginary friends. And why, when I was a kid, I got my little buddy Tyler. Because I was so lonely and I wanted a friend. And he became my best friend. Okay. This will be an easy one. I'll give you an easy one to make up for getting the last one wrong. So, I have been married twice. Hey, Ramona. Welcome to the stream. Playing true or false. Try to get to know me. Happy Friday. Oh, hey, check it out. In honor of Mother's Day. Okay, Fortune, you said false. You are actually correct. It is false. I have never been married. I have never had a girlfriend. I am still single. Yep, so you got that one right. It is false. Yep, we're playing true or false. Basically, I ask a question, true or false, and you're getting to know me a little more. It's actually been a lot of fun. Fortune's only missed one so far, which is actually really good. But yep, in honor of Mother's Day, I've been wearing my fake belly, which is definitely really warming up my stomach. So that's really interesting. All right. So here we go, everybody. So, true or false? My goal size for my boobs is 5,000 cc's. True or false? Okay, Fortune, you're going with true. Ramona, you want to play? True or false? You have a 50-50 shot. Because I know there's like a bit of a delay, so I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to play if they want to. Get like a 50-50 shot. So saying true. So Fortune saying true. We did talk about this last night. Whether or not you got it right, I don't know. Okay. Well, Fortune. So my goal size for my boobs is 5,000 cc's. True or false? It's 6,000 cc's. Yep, I said 1,000 less. So you actually didn't get this one. Yep, 6,000 cc's is my goal. 5,000 cc's would be like a nice number to like hover at for a while, but 6,000 is my goal size. Yeah, well, this is it. You literally have like a 50-50 shot. It's either one of the two. It's either true or false. You have a 50-50 shot. All right. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Next question. True or false? I play games on Twitch. You mistyped. Unfortunately, I have to go with Price is Right and Jeopardy rules. Sorry, I gotta go with Jeopardy rules. I go with the answer that you said when you pushed the buzzer. All right. Like I said, true or false? I play. Oh, that's okay. That's false. Yes, that is false. I don't play any games on Twitch because I haven't gotten my Twitch to actually work yet. I do have OBS Studio. I did download that, and I fixed it last night. I still have to learn all the settings I need to fix up for it for my internet connection so I can at least get on Twitch. Whether or not I can do games is another story. But so far, I got the program that I'm going to need to do it. All right. Okay, here's a good one. True or false? I own a Millennium Falcon. True or false? I own a Millennium Falcon. I missed that. You're actually right. I actually have it right here. Hold on. I picked it up when I worked at Five Below. It's not the massive one that came out when I was a kid, but it's small. It's really nice, and I still have it. So yes, it's true. I do own a Millennium Falcon. Okay, let's see. True or false? I have 10,000 followers on Twitter. That is correct. I don't even think I have 1,000 on my Twitter. Hold on. I don't think I have 1,000 on either of my Twitter accounts. To be completely and totally honest, I don't think I have 1,000 on either. So I sure as hell don't even have 10,000. I'm not like somebody else we know that recently hit that and other people that I know that have hit that. I sure as hell don't have that. I'm not popular enough. While I have 431 followers. I don't even have a tenth of that. I don't even have a tenth of 10,000. My other account, give me one sec. Because I know I didn't have it on my Jessica Charms one, and I don't think I have it on my regular account either. Because I'm not that popular. I'm kind of like that weird, I'm kind of like the weird kid that always sits over. You never want to talk to the weird kid because you're always afraid that the weird kid's going to do something stupid. It's like, yep. Always afraid. Come on, load up. Screw this. Let's go this way. I can pull it up this way if it loads up quickly enough, but yeah, I know I don't have. So the answer is false. I don't have 10,000 on either, to be completely honest. I'm not popular. I don't even think I have 1,000 on my other one. I knew I didn't have 1,000 on my Jessica Charms. I knew that because nobody bothers with. Nobody bothers with my Jessica Charms page. Okay, here we go. Oh. I'm actually in mine. Yeah, okay. So my main Twitter account, I have 148 followers. So yeah, I'm not even close. Like I'm not even close on either. I have more on my Jessica Charms than I do on my main Twitter page. That's sad. That makes me sad, but Oh well. True or false? I did not have a MySpace page at all when it was popular. True or false? I actually did have a MySpace page, but I said I did not. So technically, you are right. It is false because I did have a MySpace page. It was not the world's greatest. I did like the customization that MySpace offered for like your actual page. Because I remember when my uncle found out that I had one, he called me up one Saturday and was like, "How do I add you as a friend on MySpace?" Okay, you found me? Okay, just hit okay, and I'll take care of it Monday. Thank you. And I hung the phone up. But yes, I did have one when it was popular. It's not popular anymore, unless you're a musician or you're just some weird person that really, really wants to go back on the MySpace. It's not worth the time and effort. Okay. True or false? I have Instagram. True or false? I'm actually liking your answers, fortunately. They're really fun. Okay, so you're going with I like that falsity, truthfully. I don't know. True. Believe it or not, I don't have Instagram. I did for about a hot minute. Then somehow it got hacked because later that night I got an email that said my password was changed. I had not even touched the account since I had opened it earlier that day. So I know I couldn't have done it. And the email had been sent like 10 minutes before I had checked my email. So I knew it wasn't me. So you're half. I'll give you a halfie on it because you're like falsity, truthity. But yeah, I did technically have one, but I don't anymore. And technically, that was for my male self. So Jessica Charms does not. But I will give you a half point. You were half right. I will give you a half point. I am a kind game show host. I will give you a half point. I'll give you a half point, sweetie. All right. Okay. I have to think of a really hard one to really stump you. True or false? My favorite Pokemon is. You get a 50-50 shot on this one. Though I'm pretty sure a couple things in here could narrow that down for you. "50-50 shot, but I'm sure you can narrow it down." Okay. My favorite Pokemon is a Pikachu. True or false? That's right. Pretty sure this and this were the dead giveaways. I also have a little Pikachu figure over my wardrobe, so that one can't be seen, but pretty sure my big Pikachu pillow and my little Pikachu plushie here were a dead giveaway. Okay, I gotta come up with a really good one. I'm Team Bulbasaur. I've been Team Pikachu because I hate power treadmill. I can get some electricity and just power a generator to charge up stuff so we can at least watch TV. I'll look at Pikachu and go, here, this is going to power our TV. You mind giving a little Thunderbolt? Good. We can watch TV together. Like, I hate power outages, so believe me, if I have a little electric mouse that can make lightning happen, I'm going to take advantage of it. It's like, you'll get all the apples and ketchup and Pokemon food you can eat. I will, just so long as you make it so I never have to deal with a power outage, I don't care. I will hook you up to my router and my modem so that they get power and I can at least go online. I don't care. Oh yeah, I wish I had a so I got like this is my Pikachu pillow. I actually wish I had the Snorlax beanbag chair that I saw, because I would love to like move my bed, and if I had that beanbag chair, I would just sit in that beanbag chair like this and go, "Yep, I never have to move from here. I just love it. I'm so comfortable." But I don't. Yeah, when I saw that thing and I saw how much they wanted for it, I was like, I wish I could afford it, but I can't. That was the one time I was really upset that I was poor. Like, I wanted the big Snorlax beanbag chair. Then when I found out how much it costs for, like, you can get a shell for a beanbag chair for like $30. And then when I saw how much it costs for the beads that you're going to need, I'm like, it would be cheaper for me to just buy a chair. It'd be cheaper for me to buy a futon. Just for the little beads themselves, they're like almost $200-$300 for the amount of beads you would need to fill up the smallest beanbag chair. I'm like, I could just get a freaking futon for that much money. I could buy a fucking couch for that much money. Like, I am not spending $300 on a beanbag chair. I mean, the shell was really cool, but I'm like, if I had to get the stuff to go into it, no, I can't afford that. I'm poor. Like, my broke ass can't afford that. I got a baby to feed. But no, even joking aside, I was never going to pay that much for a chair. No way. I'll buy a chair on Craigslist and clean it up and use that. But no. All right. Let's see. Need to think of a good one here. Need to think of a good one. True or false? My favorite role-playing game is Golden Sun. True or false? That is correct. I actually got it on my 13th birthday. My uncle gave me $26. I wanted to go and blow it. Or as Wacko once said in Animaniacs, I wanted to blow the wad. And my mom took me to Walmart that night. It was a Sunday. And I saw the game. I just had my Game Boy Advance for, I want to say, a month or two. And the only two games at the time that I had were Dragon Ball Z: The Legacy of Goku and the one Metabots game with Metabee. That's true. It is. You don't come up with that game if you're a casual gamer, because if you like Golden Sun, it is like a religion at this point. I'm still pissed that we never got a fourth one and they ended Dark Dawn on a freaking cliffhanger. It's like the post credits, you just show up and there's a dark side energy vortex off in the distance and everything's going to pot. And it's like, and what are we going to do now? Nothing. What do you mean nothing? No. We need, what do you mean nothing? No, this is where the game ends. We have not heard anything from Camelot. Oh yeah, I have them. All three of my hard copies are long gone. I have them on ROMs, and that's like one of the first games I want to play because I still remember the cheat code. And I'm going to double check it because there is a code you can put in to change the names of all the main characters. Not just the main character, not Isaac, but you can change the names of all the characters like Garrett, Ivan, Jenna, Mia, Felix, Sheba, all of them. You can change the names. I'm like, oh yeah, I want that. Yep, that is not a game that you just come up with if you're a casual gamer. Nope. If you know Golden Sun, you're not a casual gamer at all. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I played 2 different Metabot games for the Game Boy Advance. The one was because they were both there was a Metabee and a Rakusho version for each. The one was it's basically just like a 2v2 battle game. That's all it was. And that was the second one that I owned because I tried playing it the first time through. I sucked so bad. I lost all of Metabee's parts and I started the game over from scratch. And I just started doing if I lose a Metabee part, I shut the power off and retry. It's like I saved before every single time. Every single battle, like if I lose a Metabee part, I'm trying again. If I lose a Metabee part, I'm trying again. Because I lost all the Metabee parts. I ended up getting to the end where you can get, that's what where you, actually you can win parts like all of them, but they kind of sucked in the one. But, the one I loved. The graphics weren't the world's greatest. The gameplay was kind of stale, but in all honesty, it was a good game. I did like it. I just hated the fact that I lost all of Metabee's parts and I had to try again. And then I ended up beating the game and I got Arc Beetle. And I'm like, Arc Beetle, Solar Prominence. You only get like 2 shots with that damn thing. And I'm like, okay. I had to like literally charge it up to full power. I'm like, I get 2 shots with this. I am not going to waste it. I charged it up to full blast and just shot it off. He's like, you push and hold the button for the upper move. And it just builds up and builds up and builds up. Yep. Oh, I love the customization too. It's like I could put like the one arm on. I could put the different head on. I love customization games. Custom Robo was another really fun one that I loved playing. Because that one I did get on a whim. And I loved that. Then, of course, I found out that you really can't make the bot that's on the damn cover because it's just slightly different and it doesn't function the way it does in the cool cinematic opening, which really pissed me off. But still like the game. Beat the crap out of it, though, too. Oh, I love Switch. I played Battle Legends and Legacy. Legacy was the first one that I ever got. Now it's sort of like Super Robot Tyson, where you have the different Zoid series all coming together. And it got to the point, it was like a Saturday, and I got to the point that I didn't even realize how good I had gotten at the game, where I'm actually holding my own against the boss. Yeah, I love that game. The start of it's slow as hell, but when you start unlocking more and more Zoids, it becomes so much better. But I was literally going like blow for blow with the one boss battle, and I'm like, I was not gaining ground, but I wasn't losing ground either. Oh yeah, no, I had Liger Zero. I had I think it was like the Blitz Liger. I had the red shield Liger, the blue shield Liger. Oh, I had all the good ones. I had like perfectly fixed up, but I loved Legacy. That was one of my favorites. Because I'm like, you know what? Because I was just using the CAS system for Liger Zero, and that's how I was battling that boss battle. It's like I kept changing. I love the Blade Liger. The Blade Liger was actually one of my favorites because, and this is the fun part because, and this is actually a neat little fact that not a lot of people know. When Zoids was actually aired on Cartoon Network, they did not air it in the correct sequence. We actually got Zoids New Century Zero first. We did not get Chaotic Century until after the first Zoid series ended. So everything that happened in Century Zero Yeah, that's the cool thing, because the final spot for the World Cup tournament was the Ultrasaurus that they literally used to save the world in Chaotic Century. And I was like, when I was watching this, I'm like, okay, so it's just like a hollowed out Zoid that's just sitting there. It's abandoned. It's a pile of scrap. Then when I watched New Century Zero or Chaotic Strike, when I watched Chaotic Century, I'm like, at the end of it, I'm like, okay. And this is the fun part, because Cartoon Network aired the last 4 episodes on a Saturday. They made a whole marathon about it. And I was making like little Lego kits of the Zoids. Like I was making like a little Lego Blade Liger out of like the Bionicle parts. And I'm literally sitting there watching this, and I'm like, well, what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to like launch the Blade Liger out of the cannon. That's the only thing I can think of. Lo and behold, that's what they're doing. And I'm like, took a pot shot in the dark on it. But when I saw that, I'm like, that's the Ultrasaurus. Like, then it clicked in my head. I'm like, that one came after this. Yep, that's true. They weren't the first Sentai team. Well, technically, so there's a neat little Power Rangers fact that I know. So Haim Saban actually was pitching Power Rangers in the States. However, he tried pitching Bioman, which really did not go well with a lot of the upper echelons for like Fox Kids and stuff like that. They did not like the idea of it. But that did kind of become Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills. They kind of used the footage from that or semi pieces of it. It was weird in a way, but there was also like, it was like a sort of thing like that. I think Tattooed was like its own little stupid thing, but they kind of ripped off a little bit of it. I remember seeing something like years ago, but there was that. Yeah, Bioman wasn't bad. I did watch Jetman though, because Shout Factory, and I really wish that Hasbro would not have screwed them on this, because when Hasbro got the rights to Power Rangers, they also got the rights to any of the Sentai series that they had to use footage from, obviously, because of continuity, because Power Rangers always drew on the Sentai series footage. So what they did was, here, we're going to put the Sentai series. So you're going to get like all the rights to the Sentai series. So unfortunately, wasn't Jetman supposed to? Yep. Well, actually, hold on. There's a fun thing with this. So Haim Saban tried again when Fox Kids president at the time, I don't remember what her name was, but she took over for the one thing, and Haim Saban was like, here's a really great idea, and tried pitching Power Rangers with Jetman. It was deemed a little too dark for kids. And he's like, okay, what about this one? It's the same Sentai, it's Sentai teams, but this is the next one. It's, like maybe a year or two old. 3 at the most. What about this one? And that was Zoo Ranger, basically. And that they're like, this works because it looked lighthearted and campy. Oh yeah, Gokaiger was the first full-on Sentai I actually watched. I actually still own. Yes, I do, because I did not give that one to my friend. I didn't let my friend hold on to it for me. I didn't give anything away. My friend's holding on to my movies right now until I can get space for them. But basically, Gokaiger was the first series I watched from start to finish. Somebody had the first 2 episodes up on YouTube right as it was airing, and I started watching it as best I could on YouTube, and I got to watch the final episode, and it was one of the first major purchases I made on eBay. I actually bought, the very first thing I ever bought on eBay were the Gokaiger Ranger keys. Gokai Red, Blue, Green, Yellow, Pink, and Silver. I got them on eBay. I ended up getting a free Go on Red, which is really cool. I got the Goseiger keys, and I got rid of the Goseiger keys. I had gotten Gosei Knight, then I got rid of Gosei Knight, then I got Gosei Knight again. But yeah, I loved Gokaiger. That was one of my favorites. But coming in at Gokaiger, I learned so much about the past Sentai teams that I wanted to learn more about them. So when Shout Factory got the rights to release the Sentai teams, the Sentai series, which was really cool. I loved watching those while I was eating dinner. I was like, this is really cool. I loved watching this. Like, I watched all of Zyuranger. I had already seen Dairanger because there was a channel on YouTube that had all the Dairangers up, and I was watching them. Didn't like how it ends with the whole yin and yang thing, but it made sense when I watched it a second time. But I was still like, they really could have did that a little better, but it wasn't bad. Kaku Ranger, though, I love, but then again, I always loved the Shogun Megazord. That was my favorite from Power Rangers. O-Ranger was okay. I liked Zeo. Oh, cool. I liked Zeo. But I did not like how O-Ranger went. So if you ever, I don't know, if you ever saw O-Ranger, it's kind of weird. They rebuilt Sprocket's character to be basically what Gasket was. And so he essentially married his cousin. And I was just like, yeah, okay, no. Yeah, Dairanger was cool. I liked Dairanger. Dairanger was good. I liked Dairanger a lot. It was just, kind of, I kind of missed the fact that they didn't have, we really missed like a primo opportunity for the Rangers to get the different suits for Dairanger, but I'm kind of glad they didn't do that. They just kept like the White Ranger suit to make it different, because it worked out a little better having the Mighty Morphin suits for 3 seasons. But I did like the Zeo suits. Oh, that's cool. Got Forze, Gaim. See double. That's cool. That's neat. Yeah, see Forze. No, that is cool. I actually like Kamen Rider. Gaim was one of the Gaim was not the first one I watched, actually. The first Kamen Rider series I actually watched from start to finish was Den-O. And that was because there was a channel on YouTube that had it up, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. I did not like Kiva, though, but I loved Den-O. Den-O was one of my favorites. I kind of got pissed off that X8 kind of turned me off Kamen Rider for a season, and then I missed Build because of it. And I was like, oh, because Build was so good. I did not see all of Kabuto, but I saw parts of it. It was not bad. But like I said, my first one was Den-O. I loved Den-O. Den-O was really good. I saw Den-O, O's, Den-O, O's, Forze. I remember seeing Decade, because I thought it was weird. Decade ended like 25 episodes, and then it's like there was a movie that wrapped the whole thing up, and I'm like, oh, okay. I saw Wizard, Gaim. I loved Gaim, actually. Gaim was one of my favorites. Even the whole like Fruit Jesus thing, I still liked Gaim. Gaim was pretty cool. I did not see Zeo except for bits and pieces. I did not see Build, unfortunately. I did see Drive. Drive was one of my favorites. I remember I saw Drive, Wizard. I did see Ghost. Ghost, I actually did kind of like Ghost. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. But like I said, X8 just turned me off for a season. And then I was like, crap. Because then I found out that Build came afterwards. And when I saw Build, when I saw like bits and pieces of Build, I'm like, I missed a good one, damn it. Then I missed Zeo. And I was like, because Zeo was really good. Yeah, Drive is underrated. That was really good. I like how the whole thing starts like a prologue episode that explains the deep freeze, and it's like it's like the time froze and everybody lost like a couple minutes or a couple seconds. Like, okay, and they were trying to make that not happen again. And the whole like vehicle aspect, like you had a signal bike shift car for Kamen Rider Mach. You had Drive type Triton, which was really cool after he had to be revived. I actually liked the villains in it were really good too. Save for Go's dad. He was just a jackass. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just like a massive computer AI that's just gonna now destroy everybody because I don't like humanity anymore. You can all bite me. It's like, yeah, no. But then you had Mr. Belt, and what was really cool, I actually learned this. The actor that played, that did the voice for the Belt, I can't remember the character's name, the professor that became the Belt, he actually could speak both Japanese and English. Because there were some lines where he was like saying it in English. He could speak both languages fluently. I found that out. I was like, you're kidding me. Nope, it was really good. Oh, I love that transformation. Like, Cyclone, Joker. I love that transformation. Excel in it wasn't bad, but I just like the double transformation because you can have like different combinations, like, Lunar Trigger. I love the anime though that they came out with. I was watching like a few episodes of it. Then the channel that had it up stopped putting it up, and I think I missed the ending of it. I was like, damn it! I was really upset about that. I was like, I loved Double. That was great. Is when I saw that they were making an anime. It was a Futo Pi or Futo Pi. I was like, I'm watching this, and I watched it. I was like, I was not disappointed, like not disappointed at all. I was like, yep, beautiful. I was not disappointed at all. I was not disappointed. Freddy, let's try. Yep, I love that. I will. Yeah, I'm gonna say this though with Drive, how it was underrated. I like how he had two different forms that he could take. The one he had to have a completely cool head to use. Like he could not be upset, angry, or pissed off. He had to have a completely cool head to use it. And I was just like, that is cool. I watched those episodes. I was like, this was so much fun watching those. But yeah, I mean, I watched Gokaiger. I watched the Sentai series because I tried watching Go Busters and I didn't like. I really didn't. The sad thing was Gokaiger built up the Sentai team so good that when I tried watching Go Busters, it just didn't pan out for me. I didn't like how Go Busters was. But then when I was watching like Koruger and I was watching some of the others, I was like, this is really good. Oh yeah, hands down. Hands down. I will admit, there were a lot of really good antagonists for the Kamen Rider series. Like, they were really good villains. Not one of them felt overpowering. Even the ones for O's, which was really cool. You had 4 main villains in O's. None of them felt overpowering. Like, not one of them. You had the one that was just basically in love with the water one. You had the conniving one, and then you had the scheming one. So there's literally 4 of them. One of them wasn't even much of a threat. I mean, he was massively strong, but he only cared about, the water element. He didn't care about anything else. Yeah, it grew on me then too, but it's just when I started watching it, I only saw like 2 episodes. And I was just literally coming off of the Gokaiger high, and I'm like, it for the 36th series, it just to me wasn't clicking like Gokaiger had. But I'm like, hey, I'm thinking to myself, hey, it could just be me because it came off of a really good season, a really good like send off for the anniversary, and here's the 36th, and I'm like, yeah. Zyuohger was good though. Yeah, Zuo. The one with the animals, that one was really good because I kind of liked how the Gokaisers came back for a 2-episode event. I was like, they're bringing back the Gokaisers! They're bringing back my favorite team! And Marvelous is just kicking everybody's ass, and it's like, yep. I really wish, though, that they would have adopted ToQger for Power Rangers. I really think that could work, but they're like, oh, no, we can't adopt that one because people and kids in the US won't understand trains. Granted, they're more popular in Japan, but kids won't understand them in the US. Of course, kids won't understand them in the US. That's why you set it on another planet. Make them an alien group of Rangers. It's like I could literally come up with like a whole thing for that. Just get some child actors to start off with, then change them to adults. Just basically make it like, look, we had to age you up in order to help, fight evil. Yeah, the cube one. The thing is, I liked the setting of it, where it's like it's basically here's this parallel world to ours, but in this one, animals are more in control versus ours, where humans are. I kind of like the balance it had. I will admit though that there was a lot of stupidity in it. But, oh yeah, ToQger was awesome. I loved the. So you had a number 6, the one that was a monster that wanted to help the Rainbow Line and actually became a ranger. He became one of the team by basically gaining the ability to transform. I was like, this is cool. And his was the only one that they couldn't change with. It's like, he doesn't have to change. I'm like, gah. Yeah, that's just it. Trains are hard to keep on shelves. But their other excuse was it wouldn't work in the US because children wouldn't understand trains. That was their big excuse. Not so much the fact that they won't understand, because it's all trains and the toys won't sell. Because Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue had the Super Train Megazord. That thing would not stay on shelves. I remember going to Walmart right when that was popular. The little 5-inch figure of it was selling out quickly. The deluxe was constantly, we are out of this. Yep, he was the first Orange Ranger. It was really cool. Well, like technically the first Orange Power Ranger was Boom in SPD for that little thing he did, but like the first official that if there would be a adaptation of it would be Toku 6. I always liked his theme song though. I actually have it on my MP3 player. I love that theme song. It's like it just kicks ass and takes names. It does not slow down at all. It kicks ass and takes names from start to finish. Like he knew what he was doing. It's like, yeah, this is what happens. This is how you win. Yeah, I love Lightspeed was one of my favorites because my mom and I just watched because I'm not a huge fan of Watch Mojo because they rip off from other channels and they piss me off. But we actually watched a video of theirs today. It was the top 20. It was the best it was basically 10 each, but the top 20, the worst and the best Power Rangers crossovers. And they had the Lightspeed Rescue crossing over with Time Force as one of the worst. I'm like, oh no, there were worse than that. Yeah, well, that's the thing. In Space was supposed to be the finale for Power Rangers. That was going to be it because Turbo tanked the franchise. Because you had Blake Foster, who became the Blue Ranger. Their entire gimmick for that was, here's this kid. This is going to appeal to the younger demographic. You want to be a Ranger? This kid was a Ranger. He's living your dream. It didn't work the way they wanted it to. It pissed us off, is what it did. I was in like 4th grade when that aired. And I was like, how does that little bastard get to be a Ranger and I can't? They're like, yeah, this is backfiring on us big time. Yeah, but the worst part was, and I will stress this one, Turbo had a horrible representation when Power Rangers brought it on. For starters, it was a parody. The Sentai it was based on, which was Car Ranger, was a parody of the Turbo Ranger Sentai series. It basically was taking that entire series, pointing and laughing at it. It was a parody of itself. So when we get that here in the States, we're getting we have to adapt a joke Sentai series into an actual serious story. Good luck with that one. Then you have let's make a kid a Power Ranger. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm getting at too. But it's like there was a lot of factors that brought it down as to why In Space was going to be the finale. Justin being one of them, the fact it was a parody Sentai, which did not help it. But you also had the fact that it started its life as a movie. It was in theaters for 1 week. Turbo Power Rangers movie was how the franchise started Turbo. Because episode 1 of Turbo, they already have their powers. They already have everything that happened to them. The story just did not help itself after that. You have a space pirate. Okay, what's her motivation? Conquering the world. Why? Is there some weird, richness on this planet that you want? Or are you just here to, screw with it? What's the point? There was none. You had the fact that you lost 4 of the original Rangers, like the last remnants of the old school Rangers were gone. They left halfway through. It's like, here's the next group that's going to take over. Don't worry, it's in good hands. Power chamber gets destroyed, world gets screwed, and you need to flee the planet. Gee. Yeah. The hate that they had for him was mostly because the kids wanted to be a Power Ranger, and he's a Power Ranger. It wasn't so much that they hated him, they were jealous of the little bastard. And the only reason why he got the position, like officially, not the reason why, well, we never even got the reason why in the story. It's like, oh, here, Rocky's, down for the count. Here, I'm going to give my powers to this little middle schooler here. He can have the powers. It's fine. Zordon's like, yes, you're going to take the powers. You take over. No, it did. The movie did, because the movie was how the series started. That was what started it off. It is the weirdest thing, because they tried doing what Japan does with the Sentai series. Because some of the mechs that they were getting in the Sentai series, like Gal Ranger, the Gorilla mech was in a movie. That's how they got it. There was never an episode in Gal Ranger where they got the gorilla. It came from the movie. That's how they started. That's how they were doing some of those. When Turbo came, like, hey, we want to do this movie for it. And there was a lot that they left on the cutting room floor. And Johnny Young Bosch, Jason David Frank, Catherine Sutherland, and a few of the others even admitted it, that they left a crap ton on the cutting room floor. That would have crap ton on the cutting room floor. That would have had it make a lot more sense. Like why they had to go to the Turbo powers instead of the Zeo powers. Why all this was going on and everything else. The movie itself was the starting point for it. Because Johnny Young Bosch goes, there was a scene that I can't think of the one that played Tanya off the top of my head. But there was a scene where they were supposed to be coming out of the water after taking on Divatox's minions. And their suits are like tattered and destroyed, and they're beaming back to the power chamber, and their powers just completely fade off. It's like it lasted just long enough for them to get out of there. And even the creator of the movie, the producer, was like, we had an idea, we had scripts. It would have been like almost a 2.5 hour movie, and they're like, no, you got to cut this bitch back. And they're like, oh, damn it. They left a lot on the cutting room floor. Because if you ever look at the back of the box of Turbo, there's a scene, there's like a clip on the back of the box. That's the only place you're ever going to see it, where Tommy and Catherine are using a flamethrower in the jungle. Never shows up in the movie because they cut it out. But yep, because that was their brilliant idea. It's like, oh, well, if we do this, the Sentai does this, so we can do this. Like, no, the Sentai does that because that's how it works over there. Because they can tie the stuff together with the V Cinema, where it's like, hey, look, go see this movie. It ties in with the series. Exactly. That was the entire... Because I've watched Linkar's review on Power Rangers, and that's the one thing that's always brought up. And I had a theory as to why they had to do the Turbo powers, which probably was explained in the movie, but we never got to see it, where it's like, look, they had to use the Zeo Crystal to try to heal Rocky. because they're like, look, the Zeo Crystal can do amazing things. It could recharge the Gold Ranger staff. They're figuring it could probably be used to heal Rocky a little faster. So they were left with like this little shard, so that if they had to fight, they would at least have some power. But the Zeo Crystal was always supposed to get stronger with time. It's like, why are you swapping to the turbo powers? And they're like, well, the turbo powers are supposed to be stronger. They're weaker. My theory was that they would have enough power to like do one morph. That was it. One. And because it's kind of shown when Catherine tries to morph, she goes Zeo Ranger 1 pink as she's falling, and it fades out when she hits the water because it didn't have enough time to fully bond. Like there wasn't enough power left in the Zeo Crystal that she had, or the small shard that she had in her Zeonizer, which would make sense if they're using the whole crystal to basically heal Rocky. Because how else would you explain him up and around at the end of the movie? And he's like faking, like, like my back's like, no, my back's fine, but they don't know that we're Power Rangers and that they healed me at the power chamber. Yep, I've seen that one. Because I love Zeo. Zeo was one of my favorite seasons. Mighty Morphin Season 3 and Zeo are two of my all-time favorite Power Ranger seasons. Like, hands down. But when it comes to Power Rangers Turbo, I hate it with a passion. It's like Divatox's entire plan for the first half of the stupid series is I'm going to put explosives everywhere. Okay. That's, I'm going to admit, kind of an ingenious idea. We haven't had that before. But then it just shifts to, I'm going to just be up here on the space and let you guys have... No. And the only reason why they did that was because they were burning Sentai footage. Because In Space was supposed to be the finale. That's why Countdown to Destruction was like a 3-part episode. It's like a 2 or 3-part thing, because that was supposed to be it. That was the swan song for the entire franchise. But the ratings went up so high because of it. Fox was like, wait a minute. The ratings skyrocketed with this. Like, the fans just came out of the woodwork. It's like, we'll give you another season. That's how we got Lost Galaxy. That's why Lost Galaxy is like the epilogue to the Zordon era. It's like, this is what happens afterwards. That's why we had Terra Venture going off into space. That's why the In Space Rangers came back for one of the most saddest 2-parters ever. That's why we had the Astro Mega Ship. That's why there was still this, there's evil yet in the universe. I hated it. Oh my God. So I saw a 4-minute and 12-second clip of it, and it was like 2 Saturdays ago. It was the Saturday when the weekend it was raining really bad. I watched it. Somebody had the whole special up on YouTube. I watched it. And I'm like, what in the hell? I will give them credit for this. I appreciate the fact that they at least paid homage to Twee Trang and Jason David Frank, because those were two of my favorite Rangers. I was a huge fan of the Yellow Ranger. Yes, I had a massive crush on Amy Jo Johnson as a kid. Who the hell didn't? I had a crush on Melissa Joan Hart. So take it as you will. But when it came to this, Trini sacrificing herself was a really cool thing. It's like, look, the actress died in 2001. She's been dead for over 2 decades. Finally giving her a decent homage, like, look, she's done in canon now. She's completely gone in canon, was really nice of them to do. Because it paid homage to the actress. They actually used an actual picture of her in that. If you actually look at the scene, that's actually a photo that was used by many news outlets. That was like her headshot. And they used that. And I was like, that's really cool. But paying homage to her like that was really nice. Like, look, her daughter can take on the legacy. Her daughter could take on the lineage down the road, which was really neat. The fact that you had David Yost's character as Billy he was basically like, I'm bringing Zordon back. Why? Zordon sacrificed himself to save the universe. It's not his fault that there are other universes out there where evil existed. He saved our universe, not every universe. There are other universes. And it's like, I'm going to bring Zordon back. Why? It never explained why he wanted to bring Zordon back in the first place. What was his entire premise for this? And then it's basically, oh, it's because of me that Rita exists. So now I have to fix this problem. Yeah, it didn't. That's the thing, and the downside is it really they did the same thing in Dino Thunder. SPD. There was an SPD crossover where the Dino Thunder team showed up. Back when he was still alive, Jason David Frank could not be there to do the voice because I think his daughter, I think Jenna pretty sure it was Jenna. She either had something or she was in the hospital at the time, or she was like really sick. He couldn't be there, and they got somebody that sounded nothing like him. And the one person's like, well, did you ever do it? He goes, they never approached me to do it. But I mean, I didn't. If you would have came at it like as a decent special, I wouldn't have had an issue. My problem with it, first off, like I said, I liked how they paid homage to the two actors in it that passed away. I like the fact they brought back the Mighty Morphin team. I just kind of wish they would have fleshed it out a little more, even for a 45, 50-minute special. It kind of left a little bit of a weak taste in my mouth. It was good, but for a 30th anniversary, I kind of feel like they could have did a little better. Just like a little bit more, but I mean, that's just me. That's just me. I just didn't like how Billy was kind of like being a snarky jackass in it. I mean, this was the guy that basically helped the Aquatarian Rangers. He was more of the level-headed one of the group all the time, even in Mighty Morphin and in the last few parts of Zeo that he did. It just felt like he was really out of character with his, we're handling this my way. It's going to get done my way. I'm the leader here. Zach was more level-headed than he was. And granted, okay, they're older. I had nothing against that, save for the fact that you could tell time really kicked their ass. But yeah, everybody gets older. I had no issue with that. I mean, Walter Emmanuel Jones, he doesn't literally look like he's aged that much compared to, what he looked like back in Mighty Morphin. He doesn't look like he's aged that much. But it's like, I'm just thinking, okay, a little weird. But when it came to just Billy acting how he was, I just kind of felt like it was more, it was almost like they told him, hey, remember why you left the franchise in the first place? Remember why you left? Channel that and put that into this. And it'll work out great. Because I don't know if you know this, Fortune, why David Yost left the series. He left because he was gay. And he was being harassed by production staff and coworkers. Like his castmates were harassing him, which some of them even came out and said that he didn't. True. Though I really would have minded, there was one comic I did see Linkara do a review on. It was a Zeo one. Where Lord Zed had apparently gotten the... Yeah, it would piss me off too. There was a comic where Lord Zed had contacted him. It was only one issue because it was canceled after that initial issue, where Lord Zed had contacted him, was like, hey, so we have a bit of a problem. We need the Rangers' help. And the Rangers were like, we're not going to help you. And he's like, remember when we destroyed your morphers and the power coins? We kind of kept a part of it. Like, we kept a part of the power, and I have it. If you'd like it, I'll give it to you in exchange for your helping me. And we never got to see like any we never got to see any like closure for that, but I always liked the Yellow Ranger. I thought the Yellow Ranger was really good. I always loved this. I was telling this to my old supervisor because they had like the little Power Ranger figures. I should have the one here. Because I had gotten mine from the Dollar Tree, but I also liked the Pink Ranger. She was one of my favorites. But they had the other ones. And my supervisor was like, well, what happened? Like, well, how come there's no Yellow Ranger? And I'm like, I don't know why they didn't have a Yellow Ranger in that one. I really don't. But then she goes, well, it's kind of weird. It's like, how come the yellow one didn't have a skirt? I'm like, because in the Sentai, it was a guy. And when they cast it in the US, they made her female. So basically, the Yellow Ranger was a girl. And she's like, they couldn't have given her a skirt? No, because they were using Sentai footage. And the kicker was, she's like, well, they made her Asian. I'm like, yeah, that was just poor casting. Even Walter Emmanuel Jones even said that he's like, it was just poor casting. Because he was the Black Ranger. But the original pilot for Day of the Dumpster, before they changed a lot of the stuff, she was actually going to be like Hispanic. And it's like, so again, just poor casting. But oh yeah, no, I went Halloween once as the Red Ranger. I remember that. I always liked Tommy though. I liked the Green Ranger. That was always one of my favorites because he had the best Zords. He had the Dragon Zord. He had the Tiger Zord when he became the White Ranger. He got his own solo mech in like every single one he was in. He had the Falcon Zord that was all his. He controlled the White Shogun Zord. Granted, he had to co-pilot it though with the Pink Ranger, but again, because Kaku Ranger only had 5 colors and not 6, but in Zeo, he got not only the Red Falcon, he got the Red Battle Zord. Like almost every single one he was in, he got his own standalone Zord. He came back to the franchise as Professor of Paleontology, which was really cool. Dino Thunder wasn't a bad series. And I'm just like, this was really cool. But yeah. I like the Yellow Ranger. Pink Ranger, I had a crush on Amy Jo Johnson, but I always liked Tommy, the Green Ranger. Because when he left the series, it's like he was only supposed to be on for like 10 episodes. And then they're like, hey, the fans really like you. Because he'd shot a pilot for VR Troopers, which was called Cybertron at the time. And it's like, so I'm going to be doing this. And there's a letter writing campaign. Bring Tommy back. Bring Tommy back. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh. Hey, the fans really want you to come back. So they had to shoot new footage with the Green Ranger again. So Haim Saban had to get new footage made. Hence why we got Ju 2 footage. Because in the original Sentai, Burai died and stayed dead. Oh yeah, I love the Wolf. That was one of my favorite Ninja Zords. That actually was cool. Because I never realized, because they got the Megazords out of order in Power Rangers. We got the 6 individuals first, basically the Crane, Ape, Frog, Bear, Wolf, and Falcon first, and then the Shogun Zord second. I never realized that they had like the Wolf motif stayed with the Shogun Zords. And then it's like years later, I'm looking up the Sentai teams, and I'm like, oh, that's why, because the Shogun Zords were first in the Sentai. I'm like, well, that's cool. But yeah, I thought the Wolf Zord was, except for the weird CGI one from the 90s movie, that one was a little weird, but the better Ninja Zords were the ones in the TV series, not the movie. Man, it's getting hot in here. I have definitely got to bring my fan down. It's gonna get hot in here this summer. As I know, fanning myself is not helping me get cool, but it's giving me temporary coolness. Oh yeah, but no, I loved. There were only like 2 seasons of Power Rangers that I really didn't like. The one was Ninja Storm. That's cool. I'm gonna go though too soon. So, but yeah, I only didn't like 2 Power Ranger seasons. The one was Ninja Storm. The other was SPD. Those are the only 2 I really didn't like. But that's cool. I'm gonna end this. I've been doing this for like 3 hours. Yeah. Have a good night. Bye everybody. I'm bouncing. I've been doing this for like 3 hours. I gotta go. Bye everybody. See you next week.